The following is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, Family Medicine of Baldwin City, Morning Star Care Homes, Trindle Lumber Company, State Farm Agent Cody Anno, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, Elite Chiropractic, the Lumberyard Arts Center, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live. Good evening from Burlington High School. Tonight, the Baldwin Bulldogs look to stack wins on top of Tuesday's victories for both the girls and the boys. Along with Ryan Hilmer, tonight I'm Bryce Kessler. Glad to have you with us here on Baldwin Sports Live, right next door to the Burlington High School band. So one thing about it, we won't lack for a vibe over here tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, no, they're good so far. I'll say that, though.
Our night's going to start out with the girls' game, of course. It's coming up here shortly. Baldwin used a great defensive effort to roll past Anderson County on Tuesday night, a 50-19 win for Baldwin. Bulldogs took a 10-point lead with a little more than 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter, and they never looked back, leading by double digits the rest of the way. They piled up 21 steals defensively and knocked down 44% of their three-point attempts offensively en route to that 31-point victory. Now at 1-1 on the year, they'll look to keep it rolling against a Burlington girls team that's coming off of a 43-31 home loss to Lewisburg on Tuesday night. Burlington also 1-1 on the year after they opened up the season with a 34-29 victory at Holton a week ago. In game 2 of our doubleheader tonight, it's the 1-1 Baldwin boys who are looking to win back-to-back games for the first time since January of 2018 after the Bulldogs pulled off a big-time comeback win on Tuesday night, trailing by 10 with 4 minutes to go against Anderson County. Baldwin ended the game on a 16-0 run in the final 4 minutes to pick up a 54-48 victory, their first win since 2017 over Anderson County. That year, again, also the last time that the Bulldogs have won back-to-back ball games. So see if they can pull that off tonight against Burlington. If they do, it'll be their first win over Burlington since 2007. The Wildcats enter tonight's game 0-2 after a pair of heartbreaking losses to start their year, losing both games by a combined 5 points. Burlington now sitting at 0-2 for the first time since 2008, so a big opportunity coming up in the back half of our doubleheader tonight for the Baldwin boys. But again, we'll start it out with the Baldwin girls game as they take on the Burlington girls, two teams at 1-1. Coming up right here on Baldwin Sports Live, again with Ryan Hilmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. The pregame show continues right after this.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back to the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show from Burlington High School tonight, where the Baldwin Bulldogs are on the road to take on the Burlington Wildcats. Let's take a look at our girls matchup that will start things out for us here tonight. Burlington 1-1 on the year, a 12-point loss Tuesday night. It's been a bit of a low-scoring start to the year for Burlington. They were an 11-win team last year. In fact, they had the exact same record as Baldwin. Both teams were 11-10 last season, but Burlington this year off to a low-scoring start. They scored 34 points in a win to open the season, beating Holton 34-29, and then just 31 points in their second game out in a 43-31 loss to Lewisburg. So averaging 32.5 points through their two ball games. They're an experienced bunch, though. They bring back 4 starters from last year's team, led by first-team All-Leaguer last year, Harley Young. They also bring back a second-team All-League player in Cadence Dudley. And they have 2 other starters, Carly Whitworth and Madison Corson, who return on this squad. And then 3 regulars off of the bench as well from last year that are now in this lineup for Burlington in this season. So it's an experienced group for Doug Stewart, but they have had some troubles recently against Baldwin, as they have dropped 6 in a row now to the Baldwin Bulldogs. So we'll see if Baldwin can keep that historic run going for them against Burlington. And Baldwin, of course, coming in with a little more confidence after a victory on Tuesday night after a tough loss to open the season for Baldwin, which had been a long time since they had lost a season opener and had gone into a game at 0-1, but they did bounce back in a big way, defeating Anderson County 50-19 in a very dominant performance. And so far through 2 games, defense has been pretty strong for Baldwin. That is one thing that Bob Martin talked about coming into the year. This was going to be a team that was guard heavy, don't have a lot of presence in the post, so they were going to have to be able to be disruptive both sides of the floor with their guard play, and they had 21 steals in the game against Anderson County. They forced 27 turnovers total in that game, but 21 of those were off of steals. So it's one thing to get 27 turnovers, but if 20 of those come on travels and things like that, dead ball turnovers, harder to get those turned into points. You got to execute in the half court. When you get 21 steals, Ryan, I mean, that's easy points coming down the other side.
Yeah, that's actually something that I like to keep track of every game. I call it bad turnovers. There's no such thing as a good turnover, but if you give a turnover to a team that just leads directly to a basket, then that's a bad turnover. So you got to try to avoid those tonight.
And they were able to take advantage of those 21 steals, getting some easy buckets. And then it doesn't hurt when you shoot 44% from downtown as well. They went 7 of 16 from three-point land in that game against Anderson County. And through 2 games, they're averaging 8 threes per game, shooting 36% from outside as a team. So that's a good combination. You get some easy buckets based off your defense, turning some of that into some offense, and then knock down a handful of three-pointers at a high percentage clip every night. They've got a chance to they can sit there and average around that 50 points per game. They're averaging 52 per game right now. That's a pretty good night if you could put that number up. You're going to put yourself in pretty much every ball game and have a chance to win quite a few as well.
Right. The key is just to try to be consistent with that, and that's harder to ask than to do, but we'll see how they can do tonight.
So Baldwin looking to make it 2-1 and looking for their 7th win in a row over the Burlington Wildcats. For Baldwin so far, leading scorer through 2 games, Carly Neufeld, averaging 16.5. She had a big opener, 24 against Paola, scored 9 then against Anderson County. Riley Smith in double figures right now at 10 points per game after scoring 8 in the opener, 12 in the second game out. And it was Alyssa Reichert who may be the biggest, surprise to the coaching staff. They told me before the season started that Alyssa was going to have a solid season for them. They had high expectations for her, but I think across I don't want to say across the league necessarily. They've only played 2 games. Only one of those has been in the league. But I think Alyssa Reichert, maybe her numbers jumping off the page a little bit to other people who maybe weren't as closely associated with the program right now. 12 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game, and 5 of 7 from downtown. That's going to get the job done. Shooting 70% plus from beyond the arc right now. Only a sophomore, but has shown her athleticism. We saw that during volleyball season when she was one of the top attackers on this Baldwin volleyball team as a sophomore, and she has certainly shown that athleticism on the floor here for the basketball team through 2 games into her sophomore season after playing a small role last year as a freshman. Her role has certainly expanded now as a starter for this team and currently averaging 12 points a game. Just 2 games in, but she has now put together a 16-point night and an 8-point night in 2 games out this year. Been a very nice addition to give them a little bit of a kind of a 3-person offensive punch as opposed to what they've kind of been relying on. That's the 2 with Neufeld and Smith, who you knew were going to get points out of. To have that 3rd option out there scoring as well makes it that much tougher to defend.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's usually what I say about high school basketball is it's usually whoever's got the 3rd best player or that 3rd person, because everybody's got usually 2 really good players, but if you can add a 3rd element to that scoring mix, then that's going to be huge if you can be consistent throughout the year with that.
One of the things that Bob Martin talked about as I don't know if I'll say weakness, but a concern was the lack of some size on this year's Baldwin team because of losing Jenna Harvey to graduation, their 6'2" senior last year who averaged just under a double-double. Well, tonight, hopefully that won't be a big factor because this is a Burlington team that's pretty small as well. The biggest starter for Burlington is 5'10" senior Cadence Dudley, but after that, nobody taller than 5'7", so this is not a big team for Burlington either, so should match up well for Baldwin, and I expect to see another big tally in that turnover forced department, the steals department for Baldwin in this one. We'll take a quick timeout when we come back here on the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show. We'll take a quick look at the starters for you and get ready to tip this one off. It's Burlington and Baldwin coming up here on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Welcome back inside Burlington High School as we are getting set for Baldwin and Burlington. Coming up here on Baldwin Sports Live. Let's take a quick look at our starting lineups for this one for the Burlington Wildcats. A 5'3" senior. Number 2 is Paige Dietrich. A 5'5" senior. Number 4 is Carly Whitworth, returning starter for this team. 5'10" senior. Number 15, Cadence Dudley, second team All-League last year for the Wildcats. 5'7" junior. Number 20, Harley Young, who is a first-team All-League performer last year for the Wildcats, and Madison Corson, a 5'7", senior, number 25 for the Wildcats. Their head coach is Doug Stewart. He is assisted by Julie Dawson and Morgan Stout. For the Baldwin Bulldogs, starting lineup tonight, Marin Frost gets the start again after coming off the bench in Game 1. Started in their second game of the year and had 15 points in that ball game against Anderson County for Baldwin. Actually, their leading scorer in that victory over Anderson County. So Marin Frost gets the start tonight. Carly Neufeld, a 5'7" junior, the leading scorer through 2 games at 16.5 points. Alyssa Reichert, 5'10", sophomore, second on the team in scoring through 2 ball games at 12 points per night. Isabel Harvey, a 5'9" senior, who is averaging 2 points on the year so far through 2 games. And Riley Smith, a 5'8" senior, first-team All-Leaguer last year, averaging 10 points and a team best 3.5 assists per game so far through 2 ball games. Bob Martin is the head coach of the Bulldogs, and his assistants are Eric Toot and Kara Lee. That will put the finishing touches on our Baldwin Sports Live pregame show here tonight. We'll step aside for the national anthem, and when we come back, it'll be time for the opening tip. It's Baldwin and Burlington coming up next on Baldwin Sports Live.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes. Offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance, and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Hey, great party.
Oh, thanks. Here you go. 1 hamburger, medium well.
This is well done.
No. That's medium well.
What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burnt.
That's it. You're not going to come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Back in live at Burlington High School. Starting lineups will be announced here inside Burlington High School as we get set for this contest tonight. Baldwin will be back home next week for their final 2 ball games of the first semester of the season. They will close out the pre-Christmas break part of their lineup with a home game against Lewisburg next Tuesday, and then host Spring Hill next Friday. So that's what we've got coming up on the schedule here on Baldwin Sports Live. While I have a chance as well, I want to remind you that we have a girls wrestling dual tournament coming up tomorrow morning here on Baldwin Sports Live. 10 a.m. is when the action starts from Baldwin High School. Matt Jones will have the call for you of that action tomorrow, the girls wrestling dual tournament hosted by Baldwin High School. You can catch it right here starting at 10 a.m. on Baldwin Sports Live, baldwinsportslive.com. All right, let's take a look now at our opening tip sponsor, and of course, you know who it is. It's Baldwin City Recreation Commission who presents the opening tip, and you can join the hunt for the 2022 BCRC Jingle Bell Rock every day through December 19th. A new clue will be revealed on Baldwin City Recreation Commission's Facebook and Instagram pages, so give them a follow on their social media channels, and the clues will lead you right to the Jingle Bell Rock. Well, maybe not right to. You're going to have to do a little bit of your own discovery. You're going to have to be a little good with riddles and those types of things to figure it out. But the clues will be there to lead you to the Jingle Bell Rock. And if you find the rock, bring it to BCRC and collect $300 cash. Join the hunt this holiday season for the Baldwin City Recreation Commission Jingle Bell Rock. All right. Enjoying the ball, or the Burlington High School band here, right next to us.
Let's hope for a good competitive game tonight. Both teams look like on paper they're going to be pretty evenly matched size-wise, so we'll see what happens here.
Baldwin lost their opener on the road in Paola. Trying to pick up a road win for the first time here in this 2021 season tonight as they take on the 1-1 Burlington Wildcats. It'll be Madison Corson and Alyssa Reichert to jump center. As or check that it's not Corson, it's Cadence Dudley and Alyssa Reichert. And here we go. Burlington controls the opening tip. Carly Whitworth, one of their 4 returning starters with the ball, and it's a long 2-point attempt to start things out for Burlington. Offensive rebound for the Wildcats gives Whitworth a second chance opportunity, and she makes the most of that second chance opportunity. 3-pointer by Whitworth, and Burlington on the board on their opening possession with a 3 ball. Bulldogs have shot the 3 well, so see if they have an answer. Reichert thought about it. Frost inside to Harvey, able to get it back out to Smith. Open look on the wing, and the answer for Riley Smith to tie it at 3.
What a play by Harvey to save that ball from going out of bounds and just to keep it in.
Turnover by Burlington. We'll get it back over to Baldwin. So far, Baldwin opponents through 2 games this year, averaging 24 turnovers per game. Paola turned it over 21 times. Anderson County turned it over 27 times against this Baldwin defense. We're tied up at 3, a minute into the opening quarter. Frost out to Neufeld. Airball 3, rebounded by Whitworth. Harley Young fires up the 3. Smith there for the Baldwin rebound. Has Neufeld running the floor, too far in front of her. And each team has now turned it over once with 6:39 left in the opening quarter. Tied up at 3 apiece after a opening 3 from Burlington's Carly Whitworth and an answering 3 from Baldwin's Riley Smith. Full court pressure broken easily. Dietrich, layup missed. And Neufeld with the Baldwin rebound. Knocked away, stolen by Whitworth. Well, Baldwin on the other side, we talked about the turnovers they have forced. They've only given it away 11.5 times per game. Right now they are plus 12.5 per game in terms of turnovers. Foot just inside of the line for Harley Young. First team All Pioneer League last year was Young for Burlington. And she has been a part of both buckets now for the Wildcats. Assisted the earlier 3 by Whitworth. Now knocks down that long 2 to make it 5-3 Wildcats in the early going.
Baldwin offensively just looks a little miscombobulated right now. Can't really get a rhythm going. The Wildcats really, Lady Cats I should say, really pressuring them on defense.
And to the point, another turnover. That's already 3 now for Baldwin. It trails 5-3. Wave off the basket. No basket for Dudley. The foul is called on the floor. And it is charged to Baldwin's Alyssa Reichert. Her first, team's first, with 5:21 to go in the opening quarter. This is Young, straight away, and right on the money.
Burlington looks like they brought their shooting shoes early.
Timeout, Baldwin. An early timeout has been taken by Bob Martin. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here, as you mentioned it, Ryan. That's already 2 threes and another long 2 that was just inches from being a third 3 already for Burlington. And the Wildcats lead 8-3 early on.
Yeah, they're playing hard defensively as well, getting a lot of tip passes and just not letting the Bulldogs really get into a rhythm and get their motion offense going offensively.
So we'll see what response Baldwin has coming out of this early timeout. Less than 3 minutes into the opening quarter, and Bob Martin elects to take a timeout, try to settle his group down.
That's a good timeout, though, before things get too out of hand here. Just settle things down. A couple minutes in the game, plenty of time to get things righted.
So Riley Smith brings it up for Baldwin. Bulldogs trail 8-3 early on. Around the key comes, over to Neufeld. Well, shot fake by Reichert, leaves it on the baseline. A blocking foul called on Burlington. That'll be the Wildcats' first foul. It'll go against Carly Whitworth. East line inbound coming up for Baldwin with 4:54 to play in the first quarter. Quick inbound right into Reichert, and she gets hit on the arm on that shot attempt. So Alyssa will head to the free throw line for Baldwin. Reichert 3 of 6 at the free throw line this year. Or 12 points, 2.5 rebounds per game, 3 steals per game. The numbers through 2 games for sophomore Alyssa Reichert. She knocks down both free throws to make it a 3-point game with a little under 5 to play in the quarter. Almost coming up with another steal, but it will stay with Burlington. Harley Young has a couple of big shots already for Burlington, and now a travel called on Whitworth. The defense by Marin Frost kind of tied her up there, had a hand in and caused Whitworth to stumble a little bit. Forces the second to Burlington turnover, and now Baldwin has a chance to potentially tie this game up, but don't necessarily have to settle for a 3 unless it's a good look. That's a pretty good look for Harvey, but bank not open here late in Burlington. Rebound by Dietrich. Frost almost able to get out there in the passing lane. Ends up out of bounds, staying with Burlington. 4:21 left to go in the first. 8-5. Wildcats leading here on their home floor. 0-1 at home, 1-0 on the road. Baldwin the opposite, 1-0 at home, 0-1 on the road. Both teams 1-1 on the year. Whitworth has it blocked by Smith. Frost coming the other way for Baldwin. Leaves it to Harvey in the corner. Now Reichert for the tie. Off the heel, but an offensive rebound for Frost. Puts it back up with a foul. And 2 free throws coming up for Marin Frost. The foul on Cadence Doubly for Burlington. Their second, her first.
Yeah, Baldwin doing a good job on the offensive glass in this first quarter so far. Get some second chance opportunities.
Something that they struggled with in the loss to Paola was rebounding. And even in the Anderson County game, they were better in that one, but through 2 games, they are on -9 rebounding margin on a per game basis. And there is another couple of points on the board for Baldwin thanks to the free throw line, where they are 4 for 4 to start this contest. And made it a 1-point game midway through the opening quarter. Burlington goes to the bench for the first time this evening. Josie Pfeiffer has checked in, and they get 2 quick points in transition out of Harley Young, who now has 7 of the 10 for Burlington. Carly Toot on the other side off the drive, missed the lay-in, and it stays with Baldwin. Last touched by Burlington. It looks like it went off the hand of Doubly. 3:47 to go in the quarter, a 10-7 lead for Burlington. Around it goes Neufeld. High arcing three from the corner, and Carly Neufeld ties the game at 10. Answer attempt by Whitworth. Misses. Offensive putback. Drops through for Cadence W. Takes advantage of another second chance. We've seen now a couple of second chance buckets for Burlington. Neufeld wants another one and drains a second straight three.
This game's got a good pace to it so far.
13-12 Baldwin. Bulldogs lead for the first time tonight. Harley Young from the wing. Toot on the backside rebound. Baldwin can now extend a 1-point lead. Already a couple of ties, one lead change as Reichert goes on the drive and is called for an offensive foul. That is 2 on Alyssa Reichert.
And that could be big. It's one of your better players in Reichert getting 2 early fouls. Let's see if they decide to take her out or not. Looks like they might here, yep.
Emma Kate Lang checks in for Reichert. So, yeah, that's a 12-point per game score in the early going on your bench now with 2 fouls in the opening quarter. Baldwin leads it by 1. It goes down as their 4th turnover of this opening quarter as well. Home run pass to the front court hit the volleyball. Oh, is that I think those are the volleyball stands, or what are we? What?
Yeah, that's sort of like the umpire stands, I think.
Up above the floor, and that is a violation, out of bounds, back over to Baldwin. So tough break for Burlington there.
I never like these gyms with the low ceilings.
I guess they got it right back, though, as Harvey is called for the travel.
Very fast-paced game early, though.
No doubt. This is a Burlington team that's only averaging 32.5 points per game so far through 2, and they've already put up 12 points in the first quarter, and we still have 2.5 minutes to play in the quarter. Doubly into traffic, draws another Baldwin foul, so 2 shots coming up for Burlington's senior Cadence Doubly. The foul is on Carly Toot, her first. Doubly ties it up at 13. A good shooting start to this ball game. Both teams perfect at the line. We've seen 6 free throw attempts. They've all been made. We've seen a handful of threes already been made in this game. 3 of them from Baldwin, a couple by Burlington. Good start both ways in this contest. It's 14-13. Burlington back in front by 1. Pass over to Smith, fires up a 3 off the heel. Lang had a chance at that offensive rebound. Pfeiffer ends up with it, then she's tied up down on the floor by Isabel Harvey. And Baldwin has the possession arrow in their favor, so another chance here for the Bulldogs, who trail by 1 with 2:04 left to play in the opening quarter. Passed over the head of Harvey, and Baldwin has now turned it over a half dozen times in the opening quarter. Smith able to knock it free from Young. Harley retrieves it again. Don't leave her open. Young tracks down her miss. And then Burlington turns it over.
Bulldogs caught a break that time with the turnover. Sometimes they get caught turning and watching when that shot goes up and not blocking out. That's why you can see some problems on the rebounding end sometimes.
It stays a 1-point lead for Burlington at 14-13. A minute and a half to play in the quarter. Smith able to split defenders off the dribble, but can't finish in traffic. Harley Young the rebound. Gets it up to Doubly. And there's another foul on Baldwin to put Cadence Doubly back at the free throw line for Burlington.
Baldwin got to be careful, too. They're not a terribly deep team, I wouldn't say, but getting foul trouble earlier, that really just puts a lot of pressure on everybody, especially your better players.
They've already lost Alyssa Reichert to foul trouble with 2. That's the first on Isabel Harvey. Doubly at the free throw line. She remains a perfect 3 for 3 now at the charity stripe. In for Burlington comes Gentry Conkle, replacing Pfeiffer. So 2-point lead for Burlington. Neufeld has Lang. Good high post there. Got the defender up high. And Lang doing a good job making herself available for that entry pass. Draws the foul. And that will put her at the free throw line for 2 shots.
That was a really good job of sealing the defender there. And then a nice little post entry. Sometimes those can be tough passes. You got to put the touch on them. But good job that time.
So now Burlington has a starter with 2 fouls as well as Carly Whitworth picks up her second. She checks out of the game. And Josie Pfeiffer comes back in. Lang able to get 1 of the 2 at the free throw line. Neufeld take a seat for a quick rest, and Marin Frost comes back in for Baldwin with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in the quarter. A 15-14 lead, and they throw the ball right in to Toot. So it's another turnover. Smith for 3 in the lead. Won't go for her off of Toot's arm and out of bounds. Back over to Burlington with 57.9 seconds left in the opening quarter. Dietrich, kindly guarded by Frost, finds Young on the basket cut and the lay-in. Already 9 of the 17 have come from Harley Young. Frost off the heel. Dietrich collects it for Burlington. 34 seconds to go in the quarter. Thrown away. Another steal for Smith, who averages 3.5 per game. Can they take advantage? Off balance. I don't think Riley really intended to have to shoot that. Looked like she was wanting to pass it initially, but got caught off balance, had to put it up. Now with 13 seconds left, nice shot fake and drive, but doubly misses. Offensive rebound, keeps it alive by Conkle. And Cadence doubly once again able to take advantage of a second chance opportunity.
Cool little 30-footer in the first quarter.
So Riley Smith with the 3, the 4th of the quarter for Baldwin, helps make the pain a little easier going into the end of the quarter. Down by 2 and a high-scoring back and forth start. 19-17, Burlington leads it after 1 here on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Start of the second quarter here in Burlington tonight, 19-17. Burlington the lead and a good paced opening quarter. Both teams shooting the ball well early on. Cadence Dudley doing what she's done best all game long, and that's take advantage of offensive rebounds and putbacks. 9 points now from Dudley, makes it 21-17. Baldwin quick to put a shot up on the other side. They have done that quite often tonight. Come back down for a quick answer attempt, but Neufeld unable to hit it. And now another foul will put Burlington's Madison Corson at the free throw line. 5th foul of the half charged to Baldwin. It looks like they got Carly Neufeld this time. That'll be her first. Free throw good. 4 out of 5 at the line now are the Wildcats. 22-17, Burlington leads it. Alyssa Reichard remains on the bench for Baldwin to start this second quarter. Picked up 2 fouls in the first quarter. So we have not seen her return since those 2 early fouls. Second leading scorer on the year through 2 games for Baldwin. Neufeld into Lang. And one opportunity for Emma Kate Lang. Draws the foul on Corson, able to finish the shot as well.
A nice spin move down there on the block and great concentration to finish that through the contact. Get yourself an and one.
Lang's career high coming into tonight, 2 points. She has 3 now and a chance to add 1 at the free throw line. Doesn't get it, and it remains a 4-point game at 23-19. Young thought she may have been pushed a little bit there. And now a travel. We'll give it right back over to Burlington. And 23-19, Burlington leads. We had 3 ties, 2 lead changes in the opening quarter. Baldwin's only lead of the quarter was at 13-12. Tough pass there. Young trying to force it into Dudley and gives it back. 7 turnovers both ways now in this ball game. Toot dribbles it out of bounds. Pulls up just inside of the foul line on the elbow and hits Carly Whitworth. Frost from the corner. Hit 4 threes on Tuesday night in the win against Anderson County. Misfires on that one and a foul called in the battle for the rebound. It looks like it's Madison Corson who now has her second foul tagged to her. Here comes Alyssa Reichard back in for Baldwin along with Isabel Harvey. The Bulldogs have their starting lineup back on the floor now. Out goes Corson for Burlington, and back in comes Josie Pfeiffer.
Yeah, Kate Lang going to take a seat as well. I like how her energy early. She's really done a number on the glass. When not a lot of girls are looking to rebound for Baldwin. They need to get on the glass if they want to be in this ball game.
Reichard, backside to Smith, open look. That's a great look for Riley, but it won't go.
Sometimes you're too open.
Deflected away by Frost. That'll allow Baldwin at least to get the half-court defense set up here. 5:55 left to go in the first half. 25-19. Burlington's 6-point lead right now is the largest they've had in the ball game.
Got to give it to the Wildcats, though, playing really crisp offense, getting some good shots.
And they're already 9 points away from a season-high scoring.
Look very fundamentally sound for the most part. It's usually a sign of a pretty well-coached team.
Well, an experienced team as well. Something
right.
we talked about in the pregame. 4 starters back and 3 others that played regularly last year. So accustomed to playing on the varsity floor. And there's a Reichard rebound to give Baldwin a chance to bite away a little bit at this deficit. Down by 6 with a little more than 5 to go in a half. Frost fumbled it out of bounds, and it was last touched by Marion. So another Baldwin turnover. They average 11.5 per game. They have turned it over 9 times with 5:14 to go in the first half. That's a number they're going to have to clean up here throughout the final 2.5 quarters of this game.
Yeah, that number is going to have to come down if you want to win this game, as well with the rebounding. But like I said, you got to give Wildcats a lot of credit as well.
And now Burlington turns it over for their 8th time as Bailey Smith checks in for the first time. The sophomore enters after a 2.2 assist night against Anderson County on Tuesday. Well, Burlington has now turned it over 8 times as well, but unlike the turnovers Baldwin was getting against Anderson County, those live ball turnovers resulting in fast breaks and layups. It seems like most of the Burlington turnovers tonight have been dead ball turnovers in their offensive forecourt and haven't allowed Baldwin to really get off and running. There's the second foul on Paige Dietrich. So back to the free throw line goes Riley Smith for the Bulldogs now. And the front end of the 1-and-1 is missed. Faye for the rebound. Layup missed by Dietrich. Doubly once, doubly twice.
Been waiting to use that one.
4:40 left after Cadence Doubly adds in a fifth rebound to go along with 11 points. But Alyssa Reichard there to knock down a three for Baldwin. Just been the Wildcats kind of owing them a lead. It seems like Baldwin able to answer with a three. They've hit 5 threes now in the first half. Ball loose on the floor. Neufeld down there to try to rip it away from Dietrich. Jump ball is called, and it will go over to Baldwin.
Yeah, I tell you what, every time I think that Burlington's about to really take control of this one, we hit a timely three on the other end. So
Neufeld's hit twice. Smith has hit twice, and now Reichard has connected from three-point land. A team that is averaging 8 made threes per game through 2 games for Baldwin, shooting 36% from beyond the three-point line. So those are pretty good numbers. Reichard unable to back down Doubly. Collision between Harvey and Dietrich, and now Paige Dietrich has 3 personal fouls.
I would call it a jump ball to start with. You're going to get a blocking foul. These are you got to make your free throws, though, obviously, all the time, but especially when you're trying to climb back into a game. When you're a deficit, you can't miss too many 1-and-1s like you did last time.
Started the game 4 for 4 at the line. They have gone 1 for 4 since. Gets a kind bounce off the heel of the iron that time for Isabel Harvey, her first point of the night. Makes it a 4-point game. Chance to trim it back down to 1 possession ball game again after they trailed by 8 just about 30 seconds ago. Remains 4, nice. But Bailey Smith has an offensive rebound. Neufeld one-on-one with Young. Kick out to Harvey. Good shot fake. Isabel pulls up for a mid-range, but put it strong. Rebounded by Corson.
That's all right. That's the shots you want to get, though. That was a good move.
4-point lead for Burlington inside to Cadence Doubly against a double team. Can't score it. Loose ball in the paint. Tie up. It'll stay with Burlington.
I tell you what, Doubly's a problem down there. She is pretty much dominating down the low block this side of the floor.
Cadence Doubly with 11 points and 5 rebounds already in this first half. There's a foul away from the inbound play. Neufeld and Pfeiffer were over there, and it looks like Neufeld was holding. That is her second now.
6 teams, so now both teams going to be shooting free throws from here on out. 3.5 minutes left.
Neufeld and Reichard each with a pair of fouls now for Baldwin. And for Burlington, they've got 2 starters. In fact, they have 3 starters now with multiple fouls. Dietrich, in fact, has 3. Whitworth and Corson each with 2. So both teams who aren't terribly deep, as we mentioned, neither of these teams wants to go more than 7 or 8 deep. Young misfires on a 3. Good hustle by Smith to save it, but unfortunately it came back to Burlington, but not for long. Riley Smith with another steal. Bailey Smith, long 2-pointer, airballed out of bounds, back to Burlington. And in for Burlington comes Gentry Conkle. Burlington, despite the foul trouble so far, they've only gone 6 deep in their lineup. Baldwin has gone 8 deep so far as we see Carly Toot come back in for Alyssa Reichard for Baldwin.
Yeah, I like that sub, not getting a silly 3rd foul before halftime here, especially when your team's playing well, getting back into it.
So something to keep an eye on as Cadence Doubly checked out of the game, and she was over there like stretching her calf along the wall. That's a 3-pointer from Josie Pfeiffer.
That would not be good for the Wildcats. She has really anchored them inside.
Right. So we'll keep an eye on that. If maybe a calf cramp or something happening there. Wow, what a grab by Smith.
Incredible.
OBJ'd on the sideline. That was amazing. And to stay in. Had to tiptoe on the sideline to keep it alive. She has to make this now, right?
Yep.
Harvey on a putback for Isabel Harvey. And that's what Harvey brings to the table for this team. She is not a girl that's going to score 15 points a night, but she's going to give you a half dozen plays like that. Just hustle plays, effort-type plays that are just a sheer effort job. And right there it results in 2 points. Now Smith into traffic, draws another foul. So who's this going to be on for Burlington? And they call it on Conkle. That is her first. So for Burlington, that's good news. They don't pick up another foul on. They have 2 starters out there who each have 2 fouls. So for Burlington, they are fortunate it was not on one of them, but Smith misses the first of 2 foul shots.
I got to make your free throws, but I love how aggressive Smith has been in this first half. Every move she makes is towards the basket.
7 points now for Smith in this first half. It's a 4-point game with just over 2 minutes to play until halftime, and now it comes back over to Baldwin on Burlington's 11th turnover. Again, a dead ball turnover, though, so Baldwin will have to execute in the half court. They're going to take advantage. Frost. And there's Harvey trying to save it. Unfortunately, slid onto the sideline. Good effort once again by Isabel Harvey. Goes for naught on that attempt for her as she'll check out. Emma Kate Lang checks back in. 1:51 to play in the first half. 30-26 Burlington. They've led the majority of this half. Burlington trail only one time at 13-12. Led by as many as 8. Whitworth, way too strong with the 3-point attempt. Frost the rebound. 90 seconds to play in the half. Outside to Smith. Lang once again doing a good job posting inside. She has a pretty good job, pretty good knack of where that defender is and trying to give her teammates a good lane to get to the basketball.
Yeah, I like Lang's physicality and hustle. I really like the way she's playing this first half.
So Dudley is back in now for Burlington, replaces Conkle. His final 1:10 of the half. Burlington on top by 4. Off one dribble, Smith can't get the roll. There's Lang battling for the board. Whitworth ends up with it. And a timeout taken by Burlington as Whitworth was in a tough spot down on the floor in the corner. So a timeout, Burlington. And we will keep it right here during a 30-second timeout. Tell you about Rice Precision Manufacturing, one of the great business sponsors of Baldwin Sports Live. If you're looking for a great job as well, you can check out Rice Precision Manufacturing. They're a family-owned company in Baldwin City that is actively looking to fill positions for skilled CNC machinists and CNC operators. They offer excellent pay, competitive benefit packages, and a climate-controlled work environment with a friendly support staff that's dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Contact jobs@riceprecision.com to set up an interview and tell the folks at Rice Precision Manufacturing that Baldwin Sports Live said they were looking for some help to join their team.
Is that going to get you anything or just mention it?
No. You know, be nice.
Yeah.
Might get you something. I don't know.
Maybe. You never know.
Less than a minute to go in the half. 30-26. Burlington holding on to a 4-point lead. Out of the timeout. Baseline drive, Whitworth. And there is Dudley. Continues to be an issue down low for Baldwin. That is 6 rebounds in the first half to go along with 11 points. And another trip to the free throw line for Cadence Dudley. Three out of 4 at the free throw line of the game. Isabel Harvey checks back in for Baldwin, replacing Carly Toot. 35 seconds left in the half. Free throw by Dudley. On the mark. Be nice for Baldwin to get a bucket, get this back to a one-possession game. Heading into the locker room. Down to 15 seconds. Smith calling for a screen. Here comes Lang to set it.
Nice move.
Ooh, rejected by Dudley. 6 seconds left. Smith called for a block. Whitworth was able to just get enough to the side. It looked like Smith, for a moment I thought she might be in a position to be able to draw that charge, but Whitworth able to kind of slide past her to the side just enough. And the contact draws the foul on Bailey Smith, her first, and it puts Carly Whitworth at the free throw line for a pair of free throws with just 3 seconds left in the half.
It's a really good move by Smith on the other end, though. Dudley is
ran into a better defensive play.
Yeah. She's dominating this first half.
3 seconds left. We saw Baldwin knock down a 30-footer to close out the first quarter. It was Smith who hit that one. Smith again, not this time.
It's like the same spot, too.
It was. So that ends the first half, and it is Burlington on top of Baldwin. 32-26 through one half of basketball tonight here in Burlington. The Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show is coming up next here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome into the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, brought to you by your Baldwin City Farm Bureau financial agent Kelly Neufeld, there to help you protect what matters most. That's Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting and see how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future, at Farm Bureau Financial Services. So a 32-26 ball game at the half. Pretty well played first half of action here in Burlington tonight. 3 ties, 2 lead changes. Baldwin's only lead of the half was at 13-12, but some timely shooting kept Baldwin in this game, allowed Burlington to not pull away too much. They led by as many as 8 at 27-19. Baldwin came back down, knocked down a 3 right after that, got it back down to 4 at 30-26 rather, and then it ended up a couple of points later at 32-26. That's where we currently stand here at the half. All in all, pretty well played first half, Ryan. Some turnover issues for both teams, but both teams shot the ball pretty well.
Yeah, no, it was very competitive, exactly what I was hoping for, actually. But both teams shot really well early in the game, and then, yeah, like you said, a lot of turnovers, but like I said, I keep track of those bad turnovers. I got 3 for Burlington and none for Baldwin. I mean, all Baldwin's turnovers have been throwing the ball out of bounds or traveling or something like that, so, you know, try to turn those around. I think they got to get better on the glass, obviously, if they want to turn the second half around and get back into this one, but yeah, some timely threes. They got to keep that up.
Now, +5 rebounding margin for Burlington in that first half, and a lot of that for Cadence Dudley.
Yeah.
Cadence Dudley was their the big force down low on the rebounds, and a lot of those were offensive rebounds as well, and not just getting offensive rebounds. She converted a handful of those into second chance points, which really is your difference in the scoreboard pretty much right now.
Right, and I mean, when she gets those rebounds 2 feet from the basket, it's hard not to foul her sometimes, so got to be careful there, not getting into foul trouble, because starting to run into a little bit of that in the first half.
And Dudley makes you pay because she went 4 for 6 at the line, and she's not a bad shooter at the line either. So certainly an impact player in that first half was Cadence Dudley for the Burlington Wildcats, who lead at 32-26 here at the break. We'll come back and check all the first half numbers for you right after this word from Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered, to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
So 32-26, our halftime score with Burlington on top of the visiting Baldwin Bulldogs. Let's look at those first half numbers for you. A 17-12 advantage on the glass for Burlington. 3 assists, 2 for Burlington, 2 for Baldwin. 5 3-point field goals knocked down by Baldwin, 3 of them for Burlington. So a slight advantage there for Baldwin. The free throw line pretty even. Percentage-wise, Burlington slightly better at 7 of 10. Baldwin, though, also made 7 first half free throws, going 7 of 12 at the foul line. Turnovers pretty even as well. Burlington with 11, Baldwin with 9. The majority of those 20 turnovers they combined for in that first half were dead ball turnovers, though, so a pretty balancing effect with the turnovers in that first half. And I'm sure both coaches here at halftime trying to plead for their team to clean it up a little bit in this second half. Some individual numbers for Burlington. Leading the way is Cadence Dudley, 12 points and 6 rebounds. A big first half for the second team All-Pioneer League junior last year, now a senior, and having a big first half in this one. Harley Young came out on fire, 9 early points. Did not score, though, in the second quarter, so whether that be the job Baldwin did on her, just the way that the offense flowed in that second quarter, but I'm sure Burlington will try to reestablish Young again in the second half, because she was really what fueled their quick start in this ball game.
Yeah, gave him a quick start, but she's got one of those shots every time she shoots it, I think it's going in. It looks beautiful, perfect form. And, yeah, we're going to have to try to contain her because, yeah, when she gets going early, I assume it's not going to be good in the second half.
So 21 of 32 from that duo of Dudley and Young. Carly Whitworth with 6 points. Madison Corson has 2. And off at the bench, Josie Pfeiffer with 3 points for Burlington. Dudley, the leading rebounder, has 6 first-half boards. 4 from Harley Young, 3 from Paige Dietrich. And Young with 2 assists leads the team there. For Baldwin, top scorer in the first half was Riley Smith, who had 7 for the Bulldogs, including a couple of three-pointers. Carly Neufeld had 6 first-half points on a pair of first-half threes. Alyssa Reichard with 5 points here at the half. 3 points from Isabel Harvey, 3 points from Emma Kate Lang, and 2 points from Marin Frost for Baldwin. Leading rebounder in the first half was Frost, who had 3, and 2 boards apiece from Bailey Smith and Carly Neufeld. And Isabel Harvey with a pair of assists in the first half, leading Baldwin there. 32-26, that's the halftime score with Burlington on top of the Baldwin Bulldog. Burlington has lost 6 in a row to Baldwin. Last time Burlington defeated the Bulldogs was 2011, but they have led pretty much the entire first half. It was a very brief 1-point lead for Baldwin. It lasted for all of 42 seconds. They were up 13-12. That is the only lead Baldwin had in the first half that had 3 ties and 2 lead changes. The halftime show was brought to you by Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. If you're looking for a personal service agent with a great company, then Kelly Neufeld is your guy. Give him a call at 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team, proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they'd love to support you in your financial future as well. That's Kelly Neufeld and Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. Second half starts next on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back, and I apologize. We missed the opening possession coming out of halftime, and we missed a good one. A Riley Smith 3, adding to her total. She has now 10 points for Baldwin, but Cadence Doubly with the answer right back for Burlington. So just like that, both teams score on their opening possessions of the second half, and now Neufeld looks to add to that Baldwin tally, and another 3. That's Carly's third. She and Smith have each knocked down 3 trays, and with 7:10 to go in the third quarter, Baldwin back within 2 at 34-32.
Just like the first half, both teams coming out shooting hot, getting some good warm-ups in.
Knocked out of bounds by Baldwin. It stays with Burlington. Yeah, this has been one of the better shooting games I've seen certainly this year. Of course, it's only the third game of this year, but even going back the last couple of years, I feel like the combined effort offensively. Inside it goes to Corson, and Harvey cleans it up for Baldwin. Bulldogs have a chance to tie it or perhaps even take a lead. Neufeld wants the lead off the front iron. It was right there, just short.
Let's call that a heat check.
Corson the rebound, and back comes Burlington. Whitworth stripped on the way up. Got it back, and Young tees one up for 3. Long rebound comes back out to Harley Young. Corson on the elbow. Outside to Doubly. Whitworth on the drive. Frost comes away with a rebound, and here comes Baldwin. They have numbers. Frost out to Harvey. Neufeld, pull it. Nope, now she'll drive. Inside to Reichard.
There it is.
Now from the corner, good look. Neufeld had all day to line it up, and Carly puts Baldwin back in front, 35-34 on our third lead change of the ball game.
All right, love that possession from the Bulldogs. Neufeld could have had an early 3 there, but chose to pass it up, and then what happens? You get an open 3 in the corner.
Doubly can't scoop it in. Frost down on the floor with the ball. Jump ball is called. It stays with Burlington, 35-34. Baldwin back in front by 1, matching their only lead of the first half, which was 1 point. Reichard heads out of the lineup. Emma Kate Lang comes in. She gets the tough task of trying to defend Cadence Doubly.
Based on the first half, though, if there's anybody that can do it, it'd be her. I love her hustle on the defensive end. Very physical.
1 point Baldwin lead, 5:20 left to play in the third quarter, and a whistle on that pass inside of the paint. Harvey is the guilty party here, and it is. So that is Isabel's second. Harvey, Neufeld, and Reichard each with 2 fouls now for Baldwin. 5:17 to go in the third. Frost steals the inbound pass. Dribbles right up into a 3 and left it short. And Frost knocked down 4 threes Tuesday night in the win against Anderson County, but just 2 points on a couple of free throws so far in this one for Marion. 3 minutes into the second half. Young foul on the drive, and they count the basket for Harley Young, who joins Cadence Doubly into double figures with 4:57 to go in the third quarter. And it puts Burlington back in front at 36-35. The foul charged to Baldwin's Riley Smith, her first. Young adds the free throw. 3-point lead with just over 3 minutes played in the second half. Or 2-point lead, I should say. My bad. Neufeld trying to find Frost on the backside block, knocked out of bounds by Burlington. Possession remains with Baldwin.
Only thing that really worries me about the Bulldogs is how reliant they've been on that three-pointer so far. Can't keep counting on that. I mean, I know they shot a pretty good percentage, but getting the ball inside's been a real challenge.
Yeah, they've hit 8 threes in this game, but at some point, when you live and die by the 3, a lot of times it feels like you, especially against a team on the other side that has been pretty efficient offensively.
Right.
It's still a 2-point lead for Burlington. Going opposite the screen, Pfeiffer leaves it back out for Whitworth, wide open 15-footer. But Neufeld there to collect the miss. Midway through the quarter. Smith contested 3, rattles out, Young the rebound.
So that's one I don't mind that shot right there, but if you work it around a little more and maybe get a drive and a kick, you get a wide open 3.
Young on the kick out, misses the 3, and it's off of Neufeld. It will stay with Burlington.
So we saw in a couple possessions earlier with Neufeld kind of give up an okay shot to get a great shot later in the, no shot clock in high school, but later in the clock.
Every once in a while, I do some junior college games as well, so every once in a while I find myself peeking up there looking for the shot clock on a long possession. It's like, oh yeah, they could just pass it around as long as they want. Something I would still think that eventually will get changed. Reichard with the rebound. I think we're headed towards potentially a shot clock in high school basketball. I'd love to see it, but don't need a shot clock for this possession. Oh, Neufeld had to go halfway down and out. Foul committed by Smith on the rebound.
That's what I was going to say, though. Yeah, I mean, both of these teams, it really wouldn't matter.
Right.
Shooting within 20 seconds usually.
Yeah, I haven't had a lot of those long possessions in this game. Both teams have competent shooters who aren't afraid to pull the trigger. Neufeld trying to wreak some havoc in the backcourt. Now Young. Good contest by Harvey, but it doesn't matter. Young able to drop it through anyway. And it's now 39-35 Burlington with 3:05 to go in the third quarter and a timeout taken by Baldwin. Well, if you want to see the big play again here on Baldwin Sports Live, all you got to do is remember this number, 816-406-0051. And better than just trying to remember it, I would just suggest adding it into your phone as a contact. Put it into your phone as highlights or whatever you want, and then you text Baldwin to 816-406-0051, and you will get the latest play sent right to your phone from EZ Relics. Baldwin Sports Live, partnering with EZ Relic to give our viewers a chance to capture every moment of every game. Get every highlight sent right to your phone by texting Baldwin to 816-406-0051. The best part is it's free. To learn more, go to ezrelic.com. I think it's about the last 20 seconds. Once you send that text, you're going to get the last 20 seconds of action. So you get 20 seconds from the time the highlight happens to get the text in. Toot in the corner. Neufeld with an offensive board. There'll be another Baldwin foul this time. Or not Baldwin foul, a Burlington foul on Pfeiffer. Just her first team foul of the second half. .2:45 to go in the third quarter. Oh, well, and there Harvey didn't have to do that. On the inbound play, she can go back into the backcourt and retrieve that ball, but tried to save it thinking she had to, and unfortunately, it results in a 10th turnover for Baldwin. Inside Dudley. Working through a double team. Can't finish it. Riley Smith the rebound for Baldwin. Smith pushing it up. Leaves it back for Neufeld. Wide open look, and Carly Neufeld right on the money again. Her 5th three. All 15 in the game for Neufeld have come from beyond the arc. A career high 5 3-pointers in this one for Carly Neufeld. And it's a 1-point game. Timeout Burlington. Well, she has a pretty sweet stroke, and when you give her a wide open look like that, you just feel like it's got to go in. We're going to step aside on the full timeout. 39-38 Baldwin, trailing Burlington by 1 with 2 minutes to go in the third here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
The Baldwin Bulldogs have matched their early season high with 9 3-pointers in this game, and we still have 10 minutes to play. 2 to go in the third, and then the whole fourth quarter, as they have kept themselves in this ball game thanks to their 3-point shooting. Carly Neufeld with 5 of those 9. And the Baldwin Bulldogs right now a plus 18 scoring margin from beyond the arc in this game. But still trail the game by 1. Pfeiffer in the corner with a foot on the line. Smith the rebound and a chance to run. Turned it over. And then compounds it with a foul. And that's Riley's third. Well, Smith had not committed a foul in the first half. She's now committed 3 in this third quarter. Remember back to opening night, Smith fouled out of that game against Paola with 4:20 left to play, and what ended up being a 4-point loss for Baldwin. They really missed her in that final 4:20. There's a turnover back over to Baldwin now. So hopefully Riley can play smart basketball here for certainly the next 95 seconds, and then even early into the fourth quarter. They got to keep her on the floor.
Neufeld doing a really good job pressuring the ball handler on the way up.
Neufeld feeling it from downtown. That time a deep 3 misses, but it will stay with Baldwin after Pfeiffer could not control the rebound on that long carom.
This is what I worry about, though, falling in love with 3 a little too much. Sometimes you got to try to attack the basket, maybe get some fouls.
You wonder also if the presence of Dudley, who's already turned them away a couple of times with some blocked shots down there, if that's kind of started to be in the back of their mind when they go inside, although Toot does a nice job getting into the paint. Gets a shot up there, but Corson rebounds it for Burlington. And now Harley Young dials up a long tray.
Tell you what, I'd like to see a three-point contest between her and Neufeld, see who could win that one. That'd be a good back-and-forth affair.
They have combined for 32 tonight, 17 from Young and 15 from Neufeld. Neufeld's knocked down 5 threes. That was the second for Harley Young. Reichard running hook through the paint, misses, and Whitworth pulls it down for Burlington. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Burlington back up by 4. Inside of Dudley, knocked away for a moment. Dudley spins right into Reichard. Not much more that Reichard could do, but Dudley able to strongly still finish. She's up to 16 points now for Burlington, and with 25 seconds to go in the quarter, Burlington is back up by 6. They've recaptured their halftime lead of 6 points.
So we're going to try to get a pick and roll here, maybe hit Neufeld in the corner.
Smith does give it off to Neufeld over top of Young, and rebounded by Dudley as the quarter comes to a close. Baldwin had trimmed it down to 1, but now it's back up to 6, 44-38 as we go to the fourth here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
One quarter to go here in Burlington tonight of game 1 of our doubleheader. The boys' game still to come tonight, but it's been a good one between Burlington and Baldwin. 3 ties and 4 lead changes so far tonight, but Baldwin has never led by more than 1. And now the Bulldogs open up the final period with a turnover, their 12th of the game. But they get it right back on the 14th turnover by Burlington. Neufeld. I think she changed her pivot foot there. They got away with it, though. And now they leave her open for 3. You don't want to do that. And Carly Neufeld had it right on line, but it's short and rebounded by Whitworth.
This is going to have to be the end of the floor that they get back into this game, though. If you're the Bulldogs, you got to get some stops. How many stops can you get in a row?
Good defense there. Harvey on the contest of the Harley Young shot, and Marin Frost has the rebound for Baldwin. Reichard, who thought about the 3, decides better of it. Everything recently has been coming from outside. Frost now fires up a 3 and connects.
Why not if you're hitting them?
First of the game for Marin Frost. And it's a 3-point game again at 44-41. 10 made threes on the night for Baldwin.
Bulldogs really starting to extend their pressure, too. They've done a good job in that third quarter, turning them over.
Dudley able to get past Reichard. And another lay-in for Cadence Dudley. She's the new game's leading scorer with 18. And it's 46-41 Burlington. Baldwin has not made a shot from inside the arc yet in the second half. They have scored 15 points in the second half on 5 threes. Don't have a free throw, don't have a 2-point field goal, none of that. It's all threes in the second half.
I like that from Smith, though. That was a really good drive, getting aggressive. That's what I'm talking about. You get in there, you maybe draw some fouls, get something. I mean, only, 2 fouls for the Wildcats, though.
The first on Young. Neufeld trying to score from in close there, but unable to score. And now Doubly with a rebound, and back comes Burlington up by 5. Quick shot misses, and Isabel Harvey makes it a one-and-done trip for Burlington. Baldwin back at it. Reichard working off the Harvey screen, out to Smith in the corner. Smith wants a screen. Reichard out to set it. Turns it down, fires a three, and misses. Doubly the rebound.
Well, it's become pretty clear that it's going to have to be a three-pointer if the Bulldogs are going to get back into this game.
As they say, they need a bunch of 3-and-D players right now. I got to play defense down here and make threes on the other side. Still just a 5-point game.
Yeah, also just where experience comes into play. Both teams pretty experienced, but you get these players that have played in a lot of close games before. Helps a lot.
Well, there's the steal by Frost, and now Smith. If they shoot from inside of the arc, there's just a lid down there. Doubly a strong move to the basket. Or check that, Whitworth. And her and Reichard both end up on the floor. Both appear to be okay. Foul is on Marin Frost, her first. 15th foul on Baldwin. And timeout, Burlington. We'll step aside with 5 minutes to go. It's Burlington 46, Baldwin 41 here on Baldwin Sports Live.
In plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
46-41, Burlington on top of Baldwin with 5 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. 2 timeouts remain for Burlington, 3 timeouts remain for Baldwin. The Bulldogs have, or rather the Wildcats have the possession arrow here with 5 minutes to play. Burlington looking for their first win since 2011 against Baldwin. 6 straight have been won by the Bulldogs in this head-to-head matchup. Trying to go into Doubly on the inbound play, but it's knocked right back out by Alyssa Reichard. Bulldogs have hit 5 threes in the second half, have not made a single shot from anywhere but three-point land. In the second half, that is.
Right now it's just about how many stops you can get in a row for Baldwin. Try to convert on the offensive end, but it's going to be this side that they have to do a little better job than that on Doubly.
20 points now from Doubly. Baldwin looking back now, they've only made 2 two-point shots this entire game. None in the second half, only 2 in the game. Missed 3 by Smith. Offensive board though by Harvey. Keeps the possession alive as Baldwin has found himself down 7 all of a sudden. It's been close throughout. Whole game's been played within a 9-point window. Smith misfires, and it's a doubly night for Cadence Doubly.
There it is.
20 points, 10 rebounds for Doubly in this one. Big time performance. A travel, Whitworth drug the pivot foot, and now a 16th turnover by Burlington.
This is a big point in the game, though. Big possession here. 4 minutes left, down 7. Like you said, it's been played within 9 pretty much the whole game. So if you're going to get back into it, now's the time to start making some shots and getting stops.
Burlington's led by as many as 8. Baldwin has had a 1-point lead. And it's been a close game all night long. 2 different ways of getting there, though. Burlington's made their share of threes as well, but they have primarily dominated inside, and Baldwin continues to just not be able to score and lets the three-point attempt as Smith can't hit the reverse lay-in. Whitworth clears it back for Burlington. Inside to Corson. They double down. Back out it comes to Whitworth. Three-pointer, and it's way off the mark. Rebounded by Reichard. Down to the floor she goes, and they are going to call a foul against Doubly. With the second foul on Cadence Doubly.
Yeah, only a third team foul still, so.
Yeah, that's another part of the problem when you are a team that just settles. I shouldn't say settle. It's not that Baldwin hasn't tried to score inside, but when you're shooting most of your shots from outside, you don't get fouled typically very much.
That last possession, though, I like that drive from Smith, even though she missed the layup. You just got to continue to try. There we go.
Agree. Here's Harvey. Steps into a long two. That's short. Young the rebound. Harley Young pushes it up. Gives to Pfeiffer. And a foul on Marin Frost. And that is the Bulldogs' final foul to give. Their sixth. Second on Frost. Bailey Smith checks back in for Baldwin. And now Baldwin has gone 4 minutes here without scoring. They have just one basket in this fourth quarter. The three early in the quarter. That Marin Frost three back at the 6:58 mark. The only bucket they have in this fourth quarter. Now trailing by 7. 2:45 to go. And another turnover. Smith the steal. Only to give it right back. Young strip, but Corson right there, right time, right place missing. Smith, another rebound for Baldwin. Bulldogs need a basket. 4.5 minutes without scoring now.
You can really see Burlington not even really honoring the drive. They're just no real threat from the Bulldogs to go inside. And you're right, W probably has something to do with that, little intimidation factor. But a lot of times when they drive the ball, the Bulldogs looks like they're looking to kick out for a three instead of being aggressive and taking it towards the rim.
Again, they have shot the ball well tonight.
Right.
And here's Reichard. Mid-range shot won't go. Offensive board from Smith. Get it back in. Come on. There you go. Riley Smith with 2. Just the third made field goal of the game from inside the three-point line, not counting free throws, of course. And Baldwin takes a timeout with 2:02 left to play. It's a 5-point game here in Burlington on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
(48-43), Burlington leads Baldwin with 2:02 left to go in the fourth quarter. A couple of timeouts both ways remain. Burlington has the possession arrow favoring them. Burlington also in the bonus from here on out. But defensively, the Wildcats still have a couple of fouls to give. Full court pressure from Baldwin. They have played this full court press majority of the season. They haven't really forced a ton of turnovers directly out of the press tonight. They have 17 forced turnovers in this game. Most of those have come in the half court, though, for Burlington. Dudley and Young, their 2 all-leaguers from last year, have played the part again tonight. That duo has combined for 37 points and 18 rebounds between the two. This is Young here, and Dudley out to set the screen for her. 1:33 to go. And now this is where you'd love to have that shot clock if you're Baldwin.
Where are you going to have? There you go.
It will stay with Burlington. They do have the arrow, but that does give the arrow over to Baldwin on the next jump ball.
I say this is where you're going to have to start making plays on the ball. Try to get that ball back, tie it up any way you can.
Down to 1:24 to go. 5-point deficit for Baldwin.
Think about start fouling at some point.
Yeah, I think you're still in a position where you can just try to go for some steals. If you foul, so be it. But don't have to just give the foul without attempting to get a steal, although you're getting down underneath a minute here in a bit, and then you might have to just start doing that.
Right, looks like Wildcats are content to just play this one out.
Yep.
So
Pfeiffer gives out to Whitworth as we hit the 1-minute mark, and now Baldwin reaches in and commits the foul. They call it on Neufeld for the push. That's Carly's third. And that will put Whitworth at the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
But yeah, remember 1-and-1, so you got to be ready on that front end. If she misses it, can't get caught sleeping.
Baldwin had that happen against Paola. Not that they were sleeping necessarily, but they gave up an offensive rebound and missed front end of a 1-and-1 at a critical juncture when the game was a 2-point game late in that one. So let's see if they can get on the glass if Whitworth misses. She's 1 of 2 at the line of the game, does miss, and Baldwin has the rebound. So one of the stops that they're going to need late. Got to get a bucket now. 3 points, 2 points. Doesn't really matter. Just need a score here. Smith.
There you go. Be aggressive.
Gets inside, but doubling with another rejection. Can't quite control it. It stays with Baldwin as it goes out of bounds, but Cadence doubly has been a factor big time on both ends of the floor in this game tonight. Neufeld on the inbound. Back to Smith. 42 seconds to go. Smith with 35 to play. Out to Frost with 30 seconds, 3 on the way. And Burlington controls it. Now you have to foul him relatively quick. 20 seconds left. Frost commits it with 16 seconds left. Some critical time coming off of the clock there. Josie Pfeiffer will go to the line. Again, it will be a 1-and-1. Nobody with 4 fouls right now for Baldwin, so really there's nobody you have to protect out there. You just got to start giving fouls quick. Clock's out here on the front end of the 1-and-1. Pfeiffer gets the roll.
Got to give Burlington a lot of credit in this game. They've played really well defensively, moved their feet, and have caused Baldwin to have to take a lot of threes, not really letting them get on the inside.
1 of 2 for Pfeiffer. Now Baldwin needs to hurry. Down 6, 15 seconds. Need a bucket quick. Smith fouled with just 5.8 to go. Unfortunately, that took almost 11 seconds off the clock, and they still haven't scored. They have to inbound because Burlington still has fouls to give. Catch and shoot here. Have to get it up right away. At this point, you almost have to shoot the 3, I think. They don't, though. Reichert gets it to go, but now we're down to 2 seconds, 1.7 when they stop at the clock, and it's still a 2-possession game. That's why I think you needed a 3 there. Didn't have time, I don't think, for 3 possessions at this point, but the 2 points for Reichert makes it 49-45.
Really good game, though, overall.
Oh, yeah.
Good pace to it the whole time. A lot of made shots by both teams, so good first game. Let's hope the boys can hold up their end of the bargain on the back end.
Game 2 of the doubleheader coming up right after this one. We'll break, come back, get you all the final numbers from this girls game, and then set the table for our boys game after that. So, not a lot of options left now for Baldwin. Just 1.7 seconds to go, down 4. Obviously have to get a steal or commit the foul immediately, and then hope you end up getting fouled on a 3-pointer at the buzzer.
Yeah, you're gonna,
at this point,
pretty much need an act of God at this point.
Really, yeah, and it's going to take a Burlington mistake. I mean,
right.
Burlington has to make a mistake of fouling you basically at this point. As long as Burlington just is smart, they've got this one in the bag. So Whitworth will inbound. Get it into Young, and that will do it. So hats off to both teams. Very well played ball game here. The fans got a treat and a great game to watch tonight. And for Burlington, it's a home victory for the first time here in 2021 as Burlington wins it 49-45, and the Wildcats improve to 2-1. Baldwin drops to 0-2 on the road this year, and now 1-2 overall as Burlington wins for the first time since 2011 against Baldwin with a 49-45 victory, snapping a Baldwin 6-game winning streak over the Wildcats. We'll take a timeout, come back, and wrap things up for you on the girls' side, and then set the table for Game 2 of our doubleheader. The boys' game still to come here on Baldwin Sports Live tonight. Again, your final, Burlington 49, Baldwin 45.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Welcome back inside Burlington High School. We are getting set for the boys' game coming up here in a moment on Baldwin Sports Live. But let's recap a excellent girls' game. Unfortunately, it ended in a loss for Baldwin, but a very well-played ball game. Both teams had a few more turnovers than they'd like, but both teams shot the ball well. And in the end, Burlington holds on for a 49-45 victory after 3 ties, 4 lead changes in that one. The whole game played inside of a 9-point window. Burlington's largest lead, 8. Baldwin's largest lead, 1. It was a close game throughout tonight, but unfortunately for Baldwin, they just weren't able to make enough three-point shots. They made 10 of them, but everything from inside the arc wasn't falling for them tonight. Just 2 made field goals from inside the three-point line in this game. Or check that 3 after the Reichard one there late, but only 3 shots made inside the three-point line for Baldwin, and it was a tough go inside. They did knock down 10 threes at the season high for Baldwin, but unfortunately they fall tonight 49-45. Cadence Dudley was huge for Burlington, both defensively and offensively. She ends up with a double-double, led all scorers in both scoring and rebounding tonight. 20 points, 10 rebounds for Cadence Dudley. Harley Young, 17 points and 8 boards as well for Burlington. Those 2 girls were huge for the Wildcats. Carly Whitworth added 6. Josie Pfeiffer had 3. And 2 points from Madison Corson rounds out the Burlington scoring. For Baldwin, leading scorer tonight, Carly Neufeld on 5 three-pointers. She goes 15 points and 4 rebounds in this game. Knocked down a career-high 5 three-pointers for the junior guard. 5 of the 10 made three-pointers in this game for Baldwin. Riley Smith also into double figures for the second straight game. 12 points tonight from Riley to go along with 4 rebounds. Marin Frost added 5, 3 from Imicate Lang, 7 from Alyssa Reichard, and 3 from Isabel Harvey. Leading rebounder tonight for the Bulldogs was Marin Frost, who pulls down a career-best 6 rebounds in the contest. Isabel Harvey and Riley Smith each had 4 boards for Baldwin. But in the end, Burlington able to hold on to their first win since 2011 against the Baldwin Bulldogs as they win this one tonight 49-45. To go to 2-1 on the season, and it drops the Baldwin girls to 1-2 on the year before 2 more home games coming up for Baldwin. They will close out the first semester with home games against Lewisburg and Spring Hill coming up on Tuesday and Friday next week. So we will flip the page over to the boys' game tonight as both teams out there warming up for what they're each hoping for is great night for them, and for Baldwin, they're hoping to stack on as they won on Tuesday night and have not won back-to-back games since 2018, January of 2018. That's the 2017-18 season, so 4 seasons ago. Last time the Baldwin boys won back-to-back ball games. Can they do it tonight and send Burlington to another heartbreak after the Wildcats have dropped both games so far this year by a combined 5 points. A 4-point opening night loss to Holton and a 1-point loss on a buzzer beater by Lewisburg right here on this floor just a few nights ago on Tuesday night, a game that Burlington led by 1 in the final seconds before Lewisburg got a putback at the buzzer to win it 52-51. So we will take a timeout, come back, and get you all set for this boys game. Once again, your final score in the girls game tonight, Burlington wins it 49-45 over Baldwin. More to come right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health. Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back inside Burlington High School along with Ryan Hilmer. I'm Bryce Kessler, and Ryan, the boys game has a tough task here to live up to the excitement of that girls game. It's a well-played girls game that started us out here tonight, so we'll see what the encore has in store for us, but again, a tough billing to live up to what we just watched.
I was going to say, that was one of the more competitive girls games I've seen. That was a really back and forth affair, and both teams shooting the ball well. That's what I like to see, is both teams shooting the ball well, even though they turn it over a few times. But, yeah, very well-played game. We'll see what happens here in the boys game.
And good offense is always a little easier to watch, a little easier to enjoy, and we had that in Game 1. We'll see what Game 2 has in store for us here tonight. For Burlington, they're 0-2. And this is a program in Burlington that has won 15-plus games each of the last 5 seasons. They haven't started 0-2 since 2008. Now, the good news, if you're a Burlington fan, they went on to finish 17-5 that year despite an 0-2 start. But that's where they're at, 0-2. But they could just as easily be 2-0. They lost the opener by 4, 54-50. And then they lost on Tuesday night here at home, 52-51 on a buzzer beater from Lewisburg. So it is an 0-2 start. This is a 16-win team from last year, though, that may be feeling a little bit down because they've dropped both games, but this is still a better team than what just a quick glance at all. They're 0-2 to start. This is a better team than that. So Baldwin, they're catching a team probably at a bad time maybe. I don't know how you look at it, but a team that doesn't feel like they should be here. They're probably hungry to come out and kind of make up for those 2 losses. So I expect Burlington to come out and play a very good game here tonight on their home floor, which means Baldwin's going to have to be up to task, be ready to start quick in this game and match what I expect to be a very intensified unit for Burlington tonight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's always one of the keys on the road, especially, is bringing the intensity early. to the game because you got to match that intensity that the other team's going to get from the home crowd. And yeah, like you said, they probably got something to prove as well. They think they're better than 0-2 start. But, the start of the year, sometimes you just got to throw some of those games out. New team getting together, getting that chemistry going, even though I see that Burlington's a pretty experienced team, so that come into play. But, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, 3 starters return, or 3 key players anyway for Burlington. One of those, first-team All-Pioneer League last year, 6'1 senior Sam Smith, averaged 16 points, 5.5 boards, 3 assists per game last year. He is the leader of this Burlington team, and certainly going to have to see a lot of him tonight. Baldwin's going to have to do a good job defending on Sam Smith in this contest. They're not a terribly big team, which is good for Baldwin, because Baldwin also not a terribly big team. The size of Paola certainly affected Baldwin in the opener, but then the size of Anderson County, who was a much bigger team than Baldwin, didn't seem to play that big of a factor, and Baldwin able to even win the rebounding battle in that game. I'm not sure about you, Ryan. All the coaches I've ever had, when they talk about rebounding, yeah, it's nice to have size, but a lot of it is just that effort, that want to, that desire to go get the ball, that nose for the basketball. So even though Baldwin isn't necessarily the biggest team, perhaps the way they performed against Anderson County, a bigger team, and actually won the rebound, came from behind. We're down 10 with 4 minutes to go, a 16-0 run to close that game and win that one. That is bigger than just one win in the win column, perhaps, when you talk about the confidence gained for this group and the ability to say, hey, you know what? We can do this. We can come from behind and win a ball game. We can out-rebound a team that's bigger than us. I'm anxious to see how that carries over into tonight's game and see if there's just a look of confidence, some swagger to the guys now after picking up a win like that on Tuesday night.
Right, yeah, just watching warm-ups, you can see they're a pretty confident bunch coming in. But, yeah, rebounding, I've always said, it's an attitude thing. It's attitude and an effort. It's if you want to get the rebound, you're going to block somebody out and read that shot off the rim and go get it. But, rebounding and turnovers, those are the 2 things that I mainly look at in a game of who's going to win that game. It's usually the team that has the most rebounds and the least amount of turnovers. So those are the 2 things. And also you got to shoot the ball and make some shots, obviously. That helps.
And that is one thing that Caleb Carr has found plenty of success on early in the season. The Baldwin point guard has not only been distributing, he leads the team in assists through 2 ball games, but he has been scoring 32 points in the opener, 21 points on Tuesday night for a healthy 26.5 point average through 2 contests. They have gotten a tremendous start from junior Caleb Carr. We'll see if he can keep that up again in this ball game tonight. The other thing, though, that was nice to see in the Anderson County game is they weren't completely reliant on Carr like they were in the opener, when it was basically if Carr didn't score, the team didn't score. But in that game on Tuesday night, Cole Mahaffey came up big for the Bulldogs with 13 points. Sam Darnell was huge for Baldwin in that game, 9 points, 11 rebounds for Darnell in that contest. So they had some other guys pick up some of that scoring slack. Joey Zimbecki, he scored 8 points as well for the Bulldogs. Devin Prather added 3 in that contest. So they had some more options helping Caleb in that scoring department. And then Carr was still able to pour 21 in himself. And, of course, it resulted in a 54-48 victory for the Baldwin Bulldogs. So we'll see if they can keep that going tonight. The carryover effect, certainly excited to see what that has in store. And then perhaps a chance to put together a little run here before the Christmas break. Tonight, a game that I think the Baldwin Bulldogs feel like they have a chance to come on the road and win. Then they come back home for their final 2 before the Christmas break against the Lewisburg team that's replacing a ton of talent from a very good team last year that made it all the way to the state championship game before losing in the state finals. And then Spring Hill, who hasn't even played a game yet this year, their opener is tonight, and they are replacing some key players as well. So a chance to really set the tone for Baldwin for the remainder of this year. It's not a halfway point in terms of games, that Christmas break, but it's that reset button chance after you play 5 ball games, get a chance to kind of regroup, figure out where your team's at, and then make that stretch run come the turn of the year over into 2022. And if Baldwin can pick up a couple of wins here before that break, really get the confidence up of this group, who knows what the season has in store for a team that won just 2 games last year, but they have the look of a team that's going to win more than 2 here in 2021-2022. We'll take a time out here on the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show. Come back, check the starters for you right after this as we get set for Baldwin and Burlington coming up on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Quick look at tonight's starting lineup as we get you set for Baldwin and Burlington. Coming up here on Baldwin Sports Live, the Burlington Wildcats, 6'1 senior Ty Anderson, 8-point per game scorer last year for Burlington. Hayden Sides is a 6-foot junior, number 11. Number 14 is a 6'2 senior Max Kuhlman. Their star players, 6'1 senior, number 15, first team All-Pioneer League last year, Sam Smith, averaged 16 a game last year for the Wildcats. And Jamie Wagner, 5'11 senior, rounds out the starting lineup for Justin Logan. He is assisted by Bart Kuhlman and Blake Higgins. The Wildcats 0-2 on the year with 2 losses by a combined 5 points. Baldwin, meanwhile, starting lineup tonight for the 1-1 Bulldogs. 5'8 sophomore, number 5, Joey Zimbecki, averaging 5.5 per game so far for the Dogs. Caleb Carr, 5'10 junior, number 13, team's leading scorer, 26.5 per night. Cole Mahaffey, a 6'4 senior, number 22, averaging 11.5 per game. Sam Darnell, a 6'4 junior, number 25, also averages 5.5 and a team best 6 rebounds per night. And Devin Prather, a 5'11 senior, number 33, for the Bulldogs. Their head coach is Don Blanchett, assisted by Pete Carr, Johnny McDermott, and Levi Watts. Opening tip is next. You're watching Baldwin Basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Baldwin and Burlington set to do battle here at Burlington High School. Tonight, the opening tip is brought to you by Baldwin City Recreation Commission. And baseball fans, this is what you want to hear. Reserve your seat now on the Baldwin City Recreation Commission Summer Baseball Tour, July 22nd through the 29th. Join BCRC on a week-long bus tour that includes 5 big league games, a couple of minor league games, and so much more. See all the details and reserve your spot at baldwinrec.org. The trip is limited to the first 50 people who reserve their seat on the Ultimate Sports Fan Getaway, the Summer Baseball Tour, this July with Baldwin City Recreation Commission. Baldwin and Burlington Mahaffey in the center circle for the Bulldogs. Jumping it with Ty Anderson, and we are underway. Baldwin Bulldogs looking to win back-to-back games for the first time since 2018, January 19th and 20th. In the home BIT, they won back-to-back games. It's the last time. And trying to send Burlington to an 0-3 start. Darnell steps on the baseline as the Bulldogs turn it over on their opening possession. And ironically for Burlington, the last time they started 0-2 was back in 2008. That year was also a 1-point loss to Lewisburg that put them at 0-2. Same thing that put them at 0-2 this year, a 52-51 loss to the Wildcats of Lewisburg on Tuesday night. Missed three from the corner, and it's rebounded by Devin Prather for Baldwin. Prather shuffles it to Zembecki, but he's unable to finish, and Smith clears it for Burlington. Off of one dribble, Smith pulls up, can't get the roll. Darnell, who's coming off of an 11-rebound night against Anderson County, collects his first board tonight. Zembecki swishes in a three on the assist by Caleb Carr, who not only leads the team in scoring, but Carr leads the team in assist as well. He sets up that three by Zembecki, and it's 3-0 Baldwin. A steal, and back come the Bulldogs. Carr travels.
See, earlier we're going to have a very fast-paced game, though, just like the girls' game. Both teams getting their shots up early. Don't need a shot clock so far.
Now, Baldwin, a team that loves to play fast. Don Blanchett said he wants his group to play fast, play loose this year, not think about it too much on the offensive side. Just let it flow. Let the shots, if you open, you have a good shot, take it. And they have done that so far this year, resulting in a 1-1 start. A team that won just 2 games last year, Baldwin. But I'd take the over after watching 2 games of this group this year, or the over on that 2-win total this year. They're going to win more than that this season. They might have that much by games in tonight. Poked out of bounds by Zembecki. It stays with Burlington with 6:15 to go in the quarter. Kuhlman on the inbound, kicked right back out of bounds by Ty Anderson as Burlington gives it back to Baldwin. Full court pressure by the Wildcats.
I need somebody to, well, got it in because he might need somebody to come help out Carr.
And Carr just never felt like he had control of the basketball the whole time. He kind of fumbled it from the get-go, and eventually it's another Baldwin turnover.
I don't know if they caught the Bulldogs off guard there, but nobody to help in a press break at all, even though it's just man, but
still get them open like to
right.
At least get the ball cleanly on the inbound. But here's Burlington, top of the key sides. Kick it out again for Anderson in the corner. Good job, Darnell on the glass. Carr, nice look inside. Prather. Maybe a little deep, though. Smith leads them up. First team All-League last year, and that's an offensive foul. As Burlington is called for the charge. It's on Max Kuhlman, his first, team's first, with 5:36 to play in the opening quarter. And still just one bucket on the board. That Joey Zembecki, 3, the only points we've seen so far. Now Riker Grossner checks in. First time we've seen the 6'1 sophomore this year is out with an injury the first couple of games of the season. So Don Blanchett, who doesn't have a tremendously deep bench this year, got a little deeper with the return of Riker Grossner, and they're still expecting Talon Torres, another sophomore, to be in this lineup eventually, maybe post-Christmas break, to add a little bit more depth for Baldwin.
Much better that time. Mahaffey coming up to help out Carr in this press break.
Allows Carr to get into the forecourt with a little more control and tempo to the offense here as Baldwin leads it 3-0 thanks to his Joey Zembecki 3. Mahaffey dribbled it into traffic, knocked out of bounds, and they will leave it with Baldwin. And speaking of Zembecki, he checks back in now after a very brief rest. He'll replace Devin Prather. And the Wildcats go to their bench for the first time. 5'11 junior Cody Long enters. Replaces Jamie Wagner. Three-point Baldwin lead and a deflection and turnover. Anderson able to finish it after the steal.
Yeah, I always hate those passes off a baseline inbounds. You're going to lob it back to the around half court. It usually never works if the defense is paying attention.
Carr wraps it up to Mahaffey. Shot fake and drive. Floats into the paint, and a blocking foul is called underneath on Kuhlman. That's his second already, as he was called for a charge on one end and gets called for the block on the other.
Yeah, it's a tough second foul. I thought that one could have gone either way, honestly.
I thought Mahaffey did a pretty good job controlling his body coming in, and I think if Kuhlman maybe, to me it looked like he almost, fell himself.
Right.
And tried to sell it a little bit, and he just stood there. He probably doesn't. It's probably a no call.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Kuhlman, it is his second as he checks out, and Evan Combs, a 6'3" senior, comes in for him, and also into the lineup for Burlington. Replacing Hayden Sides comes. Oh, I got to get my roster right here. I don't have 13 down here. It's Trenton Davison. A 4-2 lead for Baldwin after the one foul shot went for Mahaffey. Travel is called.
Darnell working hard early on the defensive glass, though. It's something that you like to see. It's got to be a team effort rebounding, though. Everybody's got to block somebody out.
Darnell is not afraid to go in there and body up with big guys inside. Darnell not a small guy himself, 6'4" junior. And he
nice.
Makes a nice shot fake, up and under move there. Darnell had the big bucket on Tuesday night that put Baldwin in front during their 16-0 run. They were down 10 with 4 minutes to go, and it was Baldwin down 48-46 when Sam Darnell scored on an up and under similar to what we just saw, got a foul and an and one, and he made the free throw to put Baldwin in front 49-48. They would go on to win it 54-48.
It's a bit more of a choppy start to this one than the girls' game we saw first game, or doubleheader.
Mahaffey sits down after picking up the first foul. Oh, check that. Mahaffey's still in there, but he picked up the first foul. Mahaffey on the rebound. Tosses it out to Zembecki, and it floats off, but there is Riker Groster. One purple jersey amongst 5 white jerseys, and it was Groster who collected the rebound. Unfortunately, the three by Carr doesn't drop, so it's an empty trip for Baldwin.
Yeah, that's tough, though. They had pretty much a 2-on-0 there, kind of a run out, but missed it.
Grant Hegg unable to finish it. Grossner with another rebound for Baldwin. 6-2 Bulldogs. Grossner contested three in the corner. Tough angle there. Anderson the rebound for Burlington. Wildcats have had a tough time getting going down here on this end. Ty Anderson has the only bucket, but that came after a steal and a breakaway layup. Have not scored until there in the half court, and it's Anderson who has that basket as well.
Yeah, no, you can't forget about they press after made baskets, so you can't just find yourself running back down the other end.
6-5, Baldwin by 1. One-hand pass trying to enter it into Darnell is turned over. Already 5 first quarter turnovers now for Baldwin. And a quick answer back on the other side for Trenton Davison, and that puts Burlington on top of the first time, and Don Blanchett says, let's take a timeout. So an early 6-2 lead for Baldwin, but a quick 5 coming right back by Burlington has given the Wildcats their first lead of the ball game at 7-6 with 2:57 left to play in the first quarter. Again, Baldwin fans, don't forget you can get the latest big play sent right to your phone. When a big play happens, text Baldwin to 816-406-0051. Baldwin Sports Live partnering with EZ Relic to give our viewers a chance to capture every big moment of every game on your phone, with every highlight sent right to you by texting Baldwin to 816-406-0051. It's free. Learn more, go to ezrelic.com. A 1-point Burlington lead coming out of the timeout. The Bulldogs will try to combat this full court pressure from Burlington. All right, welcome back. I think we've got you back here on Baldwin Sports Live. We had a software crash here in Burlington, but I think we're back with you. You missed what was a free throw by Riker Grosser and a 2-point answer down on the other side by Cody Long. So again, software crash. That's what happens, I suppose, when you rely on computers and everything. But I think we are back up and running, and hopefully that was a one-and-done issue. So here we are, 9-7. Burlington on top of Baldwin with 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Burlington with a basketball, leading by 2. Zembecki nearly came away with a steal. And now a turnover inside. Mahaffey to steal. Here comes Baldwin. Zembecki, contested 2. There for the rebound and the putback attempt. Prather is fouled. Foul on Cody Long will put Devin Prather at the free throw line. First foul on Long, and is the 4th team foul against Burlington in this first half. So Devin Prather is at the free throw line. Baldwin just 2 for 4 at the stripe so far tonight. And Prather knocks down that one. One tie, one lead change so far. Hayden Sides returns back into the Burlington lineup. Ooh, that ball hung up there forever. So long that allowed Mahaffey to get the offensive rebound, but he can't put it back.
That's great work by Mahaffey on the offensive glass. Just couldn't put it back in there.
Remains a 1-point lead for Burlington, and now a Zembecki steal. Gives the Bulldogs a chance in transition. Prather another offensive rebound. Stick back is good this time for Devin Prather. And it's Baldwin back in front, 10-9 with 1:14 to go in the first quarter. Quick inside, and a shot is up and in from Evan Combs. That puts Burlington back in front by a point. A minute to go in the quarter. Carr trying to get it across the timeline, does. Still yet to score in this first quarter is Caleb Carr. 32 and 21 respectively in the 2 games this season. Sides boards up the miss by Mahaffey. On the other side, Seth Smith has not scored yet either for Burlington, their top scorer. It's Darnell on the rebound there. And Baldwin has it back, down 1 with 34 seconds to play in the quarter. Carr, rhythm pull-up, drills the 3. So there you go, Caleb Carr on the board now, and it's 13-11 Baldwin.
Yeah, I love that shot. Just get a couple dribbles, get it in a rhythm, knock it down.
18 seconds to go in the quarter. Anderson can't get the answer. Mahaffey the rebound.
You have to say, though, we talked in the pregame about matching the intensity of this home team, and Baldwin's done a pretty good job early.
Mahaffey can't get the finger roll to fall through. 2 seconds left. It'll count if it goes, but it's short. And we've reached the end of 1 with a road team. The Baldwin Bulldogs on top 13-11. You're watching Baldwin basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
(13-11) lead for Baldwin on top of Burlington as we start the second quarter here from Burlington High School tonight. Baldwin Bulldogs hoping to pick up back-to-back wins for the first time in 4 seasons. Get to 2-1. Sam Smith his first 2 points of the contest, and I would expect Burlington to try to get him going in this second quarter. Their leading scorer a year ago, first team all-league, was shut out in the first quarter, but gets the first 2 points quarter number 2. We're tied at 13. A foul against Baldwin. They call it on Prather for an illegal screen. That's Devon's first, and the Bulldogs' second team foul. I just noticed it looks like Justin Logan, coach of the, I assume that's Justin Logan. I guess I'm not sure which one he is, but the coach that's up over there is got a neck brace on. That would be a tough gig, you know, trying to coach with a neck brace.
I kind of would have liked that as a player. You don't see the veins popping out of his neck when he yells at you.
It would definitely have to calm a coach a little bit, I think. Yeah. You know, those quick jerk movements from side to side, you just can't do it. Here's a jump ball. Caleb Carr is tied up down on the floor with Sides and Smith. So Baldwin gets it. Tied at 13 with 7:18 left to go in the half.
Again, this is a problem with the press. You're going to have to come up with a little better press break than that, or set some screens or something, because I can just see some turnovers coming from that.
There's another one there, the 6th for the Bulldogs. Off the shoulder of Grossner, it looked like. So it stays with Burlington. Well, like the girls' game earlier tonight, a close competitive start. Unlike the girls' game, the shots aren't quite falling at the same rate early on in this one.
Very choppy.
That's a tough break. I can't see it from here, but Caleb Carr thought he had a hand on the ball. The official said he had the hand on the arm of the ball handler, so that will cost Carr a personal foul, his first, and a third team foul.
Yeah, either way, you shouldn't really be reaching in there to even grab the ball unless it's really exposed, but it's just a silly foul from Carr. If you're one of the better players on the team, you can't be committing silly fouls like that.
Rebounded by Grossner. Carr going to work now on the offensive side. Trying to get around Smith. Attracts the attention of the secondary defender. Oh, no. Now they get Carr for an offensive foul. So that's 2 on Carr. And
that's a big decision. Now I leave him in with 2. He's got to be smart.
And Carr will remain in the game. And Burlington goes to their bench again. And back in comes Ty Anderson. So Carr out there with 2. 6:40 to go in the first half. We're tied at 13. Carr there for the steal. And a slow plays the defender, but then missed the layup. Rebounded by Davison.
I think he might have threw his own rhythm off there by kind of slow playing that one.
Pull up by Smith is drained. And it's a 2-point lead for Burlington with 6:15 to go in the half. Baldwin 2 minutes into this second quarter, still looking for their first points of this quarter. Darnell for the short corner, backing in on Smith. Whips it back out to Grossner. Give to Carr. Caleb will pull it back out to reset the offense. Prather out to set the screen, trying to slip it. Darnell, the defender, falling down, can't finish. Rebounded by Davison. Grossner poked it free, but Burlington maintains. 5.5 to go in the second quarter. Anderson catch and shoot 3 on the money. 18-13, 7-0 run to start the quarter for Burlington, who trailed by 2 at the break. They now lead by 5. 5 minutes left to play in the second quarter.
Not a whole lot of movement from the Bulldogs offensively.
Carr takes care of it himself with a 3-pointer.
Just take that movement.
The defender went under, gave him a chance. Nice little pass underneath Smith. Put the pass into Kuhlman, who lays it in.
Again, I just don't like this press break, running straight to the baseline to try and grab the ball.
Good decision. Carter passed to Mahaffey, and he rewards the decision by knocking down a three of his own.
Ends up working, though. Nice shot by Mahaffey.
1 point game. Smith hit by Prather, and Devin picks up his second foul. 15 foul charge to the Bulldogs in this first half with 4:18 to play in the half. Joey Zembecki checks in. Caleb Carr will sit down. Caden Englert also comes back in, or comes in for the first time for Baldwin, and he replaces Devin Prather. Jamie Wagner returns to the lineup for Burlington. 1 point Wildcat lead with 4:15 left to play in the first half. 2 ties, 5 lead changes in the half. Englert collects the miss by Anderson. Quick trigger from Englert in the corner. How about that? Off the bench. Wastes no time getting involved.
Yeah, how about that? Coming straight off the bench, cold, just pulling a three, knocking it down.
Lead back to Baldwin at 22-20 on our 6th lead change of the half. Darnell with a rebound, ripped it away.
Great rebound.
Trying to lead the break himself. It's poked free and out of bounds by Sides. Possession remains with Baldwin. 3:40 left to play in the half. And the Bulldogs leading once again at 22-20. Bounce into Englert. Rejected out of bounds by Side, or Davison rather. Englert. Hey, how about it? Caden Englert. The first one was pretty. That one was good. We'll put it that way. 25-20. Back-to-back trays from Caden Englert. Now Grossner commits the foul. It'll put Max Kuhlman at the free throw line.
Who said the bank wasn't open on a Friday night?
Englert hadn't scored in the first 2 games of the year. Didn't play at all in the first game against Paola. Played a few minutes in the game against Anderson County, but a few scoreless minutes, and he has been in for all of, 60 seconds of game time so far, and has a pair of 3-pointers.
Yeah, he's scoring at a point every 10 seconds. I don't know if he can keep that up.
Sage Pfeiffer comes in for Burlington for the first time. Sam Smith returns. 5-point lead right now for Baldwin. It's their largest lead of the game, and it will remain there because the Wildcats miss a pair of free throws from Kuhlman. Now Grossner wants in on the action.
Look out now, we're getting hot.
28-20 Baldwin. It was 20-16 Burlington, but then the threes started falling. 4 straight 3-pointers for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Carr, twice from Englert, and then Grossner. And Baldwin now leads by 8 with 3:12 left to play in the first half, thanks to some red-hot 3-point shooting here in the second quarter. Fans, don't forget that if you have little ones who are wanting to send a letter to Santa this holiday season, the North Pole has chosen the Baldwin City Chamber as one of its mail drop locations. Mail your letters directly to Santa at 719 High Street weekdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. to guarantee your letter is delivered to Santa Claus on time.
Have to write that address down.
719 High Street.
All right.
28-20, Baldwin in front by 8. Smith and Darnell continues to be a force on the boards for Baldwin. He's tied up after collecting the rebound, though, so it goes back over to Burlington.
Yeah, Darnell's done a great job. It can't just be him, though, rebounding. Everybody's got to help him out, try to block somebody out. I see a lot of Baldwin guys kind of either turning and watching or already trying to run down the floor to get a fast break. You got to rebound as a team.
And now Darnell with a deflection and a steal. Can he keep it? Zembecki comes to help him out.
I love Darnell's attitude and effort so far.
4 straight threes for the Bulldogs. Do they have a 5th in them?
See, kind of like the girls' game now, it's turned into just see who can get the first open 3.
Mahaffey gets stripped. This will stay with Baldwin on the jump ball. 2:29 to go in the half. Stay with us for the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. Coming up, we'll run down all the first half numbers for you, get you set for the second half of basketball, which if the first is any indication, we have another close game coming up. These two teams have been back and forth. Right now, Baldwin, thanks to some three-point shooting, has opened up a slight 8-point lead. They're going to call Darnell on the post-up with the hook. So Sam Darnell picks up his first foul. And that does put the Bulldogs over the limit, but team control, so no free throws for Burlington, but they'll be in the bonus for the final 2 minutes of this first half. Smith inside Kuhlman, back out to Smith. Great look from the top of the key. Pfeiffer is fouled on the rebound, so an offensive board for Burlington will set up Sage Pfeiffer at the free throw line. Cole Mahaffey picks up the personal foul. It's his second.
If there's one guy you don't want to give open shots to and get him going, it's Sam Smith, number 15.
And they got away with one. That's a shooter's best look, too, and a pass like that coming out of the post.
Right.
Automatically squares you right up to the basket. They got away with it. Now they get away with another foul as Burlington has gone 0 for 3 now at the free throw line in this game.
Caleb Carr back in for this final 2 minutes. First half, he's got to be smart not to pick up another foul. He knows that.
He and Mahaffey both out there with 2 fouls right now. The top 2 scorers on this team. So you need a smart final 2 minutes from those two gentlemen. It's 28-21 after Pfeiffer gets 1 of 2 at the line. Carr stripped. Davison with a steal, and Davison gets fouled by Darnell. Now Sam has 2 as well.
Got another one of those live ball turnovers that just leads right to an opportunity, a layup or a foul.
2 shots for Trenton Davison. 2 points, 2 rebounds out of the bench so far for Davison. Free throw trebles continue for Burlington.
I was going to say, they've really left a lot of points off the board, missing free throws here in the first half. Man.
That's the third 0 for 2 trip they have made to the line. They're 1 for 6 as a team, and Baldwin maintains a 7-point lead on the road. Have not beaten Burlington in each of the last 8 chances. Got to go back to 2007, last time Baldwin has defeated the Burlington Wildcats. They're leading by 7 on the road here. Foul line pull up by Carr off left iron. Combs the rebound, 1:19 to go in the half. Smith kicked it himself and picked away by Caleb Carr for Baldwin. Out to Grossner from the corner. Around and out. Pfeiffer the rebound. 1 minute to play in a half. Smith glides in and kisses it in off the window. 28-23. Carr lobbing into Darnell, knocked out by Anderson. Stays with Baldwin, 40 seconds left in the half. Out of the reach of Mahaffey, a tough turnover for Baldwin with 28 seconds to go in the half. They're 9th of the first half.
Yeah, you just got to put that ball on him, maybe a bounce pass even.
So now Burlington down by 5. 20 seconds to work with. Dribble weave action. Smith, he's the guy they want the ball in his hands here. He'll pull up for three and drills it with 10 seconds left in the half.
That's not what you wanted to happen, obviously.
Baldwin with a chance to get one final shot up and a blocking foul. That was close.
Away with one there. I think he might have extended that elbow a little bit.
I mean, I think Anderson certainly jumped in the way initially, but you're right. It looked like Carr, when the contact happened, kind of extended the arm. And luckily for Caleb, it's not a third foul. Only the 15th foul for Burlington, so they had a foul to give. Now Baldwin has 2 seconds to get a shot up. And now it'll actually be Burlington who will have 2 seconds to get a shot up as Carr wanted to throw it into Mahaffey, but he is not on the same page there.
Thought he might have been shooting that ball from out of bounds.
It'd be nice if you could, right?
I mean, it's like, man, I didn't know you could do that, but obviously you can't.
There's a timeout taken by Burlington. We'll keep it here with just 2.4 seconds left in the half. So it looked like Baldwin was going to be going into the locker room with at least a possession, if not a 2-possession lead, when they had the ball up 28-21, or rather a 28-23, I should say, with about 40 seconds left in the half. But now 2 straight turnovers for Baldwin has led to already 1 bucket for Burlington, the 3 by Smith, and now a chance for one last shot. And if you're Burlington, regardless of what happens in this final 2 seconds, you're going to feel good going in down just 2. And heck, they've got a chance to even take a lead in the locker room now.
Yeah, that's big for Burlington. I mean, last 2 buckets, I think, too, have been Sam Smith. So, I mean, get him going right before the half. That's always a good sign.
Their top scorer did not score in the first quarter, but Smith now with 9 in the second quarter.
It's not the way you want to close out a half, though, obviously, if you're Baldwin.
It's Anderson that got it up and missed it. So Burlington unable to take the lead. Baldwin will hold their lead going into the locker room, but a little momentum shift towards Burlington late there, but Baldwin still got to feel good on the road up 2 at the break. 28-26 Baldwin leads Burlington. The Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show comes your way next here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back inside Burlington High School, and it sounds like I'm kind of speaking in a hushed tone during the halftime show here tonight. It's because they have the winter homecoming, as they call it here in Burlington, going on right now. So it's a dead silent gym.
Very quiet in here.
Dead silent gym as they announce all the candidates. So I feel a little bit bad talking through it, but you know what?
Yeah, it's our job.
It's what it is. And it's also my job to tell you that the halftime show is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. More than just insurance coverage, Farm Bureau is there to assist in your insurance, investment, and wealth management needs. Go see Kelly Neufeld and his team in downtown Baldwin City to sit down and discuss your financial well-being and how Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you out. Good ball game here at the half, 28-26. Baldwin with a 2-point lead, much like our girls' game earlier tonight, which was a 4-point Burlington win. I feel like this one's probably headed right down to the wire as well, which makes execution important, makes all those little things in the game important. And so far, through one half of basketball, Baldwin leads this game by 2, despite the fact that they turned it over 10 times in that first half. And also, much like the girls, they can't seem to make a shot if it's not from beyond the three-point line. But Baldwin made 7 threes in the first half, only made 2 shots from inside the three-point line, but they lead by 2.
Yeah, I mean, both boys and girls are both just becoming three-point shooting teams. But, you know, you got to give Burlington a lot of credit, too, because they were pretty well defensively, moved their feet. They didn't allow a lot of dribble penetration. So being pretty stout on the inside there, but we'll see how they can get it going in the second half. Hey, if you're hitting the threes, they're not bad shots. That's what we always say. Yeah, I mean, keep taking them, but sometimes you got to try to get the ball inside, maybe kick them out a little bit, see if you can get some more open shots that way.
We had 2 ties and 6 lead changes in that first half, so it was a back-and-forth battle. The majority of that came in the first quarter. 4 of those 6 lead changes came in the first quarter of this game. Baldwin led it 13-11 at the end of the first quarter. It was Burlington, though, who took control early in the second quarter. The Wildcats opened up the second quarter on a 7-0 run to go up 18-13. They would then lead 20-16 just north of the midway point of that second quarter, and all of a sudden Baldwin caught fire. They made 4 consecutive three-point trips down the floor to go from down 20-16 to up 28-20. And then Burlington took a timeout, trying to calm some of that momentum down, and it worked because the Wildcats then held Baldwin scoreless over the final 2 minutes or 3 minutes and 10 seconds of the first half. Baldwin didn't score in that final 3 minutes, and Burlington outscored them 6-0 in the final 3 minutes to close the gap and tighten it back up at 28-26 here at halftime. So kind of a game of runs in that first half. Both teams kind of had their moment in the sun, and in the end, it's a 2-point ball game.
How about Caden Engler, too, coming right off the bench and hitting 2 straight threes? Banked the second one in, but that's all right.
It doesn't in the box score. It counts as a made three-pointer, and that's all that Caden cares about, and that's all the Baldwin Bulldogs care about. And yeah, he had 2 of their 7 made threes in the first half. Their season high in their first 2 games was 5 made threes, and they knocked down 7 of them in that first half. So a good shooting first half of the Baldwin Bulldogs. You feel like if they can clean up some of the turnovers, it'll give them a chance to put a run together to open up some separation maybe between them and Burlington in this second half. But overall, pretty well played first half. The top scorer for Burlington in the first half was Sam Smith. It took him a whole quarter to get going, though. He was shut out in the first quarter. Burlington, as you'd expect, kind of gave him some opportunities in that second quarter to get him going, and he did with 9 points. So we'll see if Baldwin can kind of put the clamps back down on him in the second half. But right now it's a 2-point Baldwin lead at the break at 28-26. We'll run down the full first half numbers for you when we come back right after this word from Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
We are back inside Burlington High School, 28-26. Our halftime score here on the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. It's an elongated Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show tonight. with the winter homecoming festivities for Burlington. We have still not technically started halftime, what would be the normal halftime. And now it looks like we get the photo op going to happen as well. So we are still going to extend this halftime.
There we go. Clock started.
There we go. All right. So Baldwin has already gone into the locker room, done all their halftime adjustments, and they are back out ready to start the second half. And they have come out to realize that, halftime just now started.
9.5 minutes to warm up now.
That's Coach Don Blanchett is over there. One of the school officials for Burlington, I think, is over there having to explain to Coach Blanchett what's happened here, because I think Coach Blanchett went into the locker room. You have that feel as a coach. You just know, okay, we got this much time. I can go over this much, and like, okay, it's time. We got to get back out there. Yeah. And then they come back out there, and there's still 10 minutes on the. And they're thinking, wait,
did we just time travel?
There were 10 minutes on the clock when we went to the locker room. In fact, the clock had started. It was at 9:58, and now it's back to 10. What's going on? But no, so they get a chance to, I guess, get a few shots up here before the second half starts. But we are at halftime, and it is a Baldwin halftime lead, 28-26. For the first time this year, the Bulldogs lead at halftime. They had trailed each of the first two games. Of course, overcame a halftime deficit to win on Tuesday night. And I think we saw a little bit of that carryover confidence on this bunch. They came out and looked like a team that felt like, they belong on the floor with whoever the opponent is. They came out and had some confidence to them to start this ball game, and I can't help but to think that the way that they were able to come back and win that game on Tuesday night had to be a positive impact on what we've seen tonight from Baldwin.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you close out a team on a 16-0 run, I think it was,
it's
going to take your confidence sky high for the next game. But, yeah, I mean, I love it, though. I mean, everybody has confidence that if they have an open shot, they're going to take it and they're going to make it. So, I mean, that's what good teams have. It's not anybody being timid. I like the way everybody's playing, had good attitudes, and see how they do in the second half.
Well, let's look at the first half numbers for you. Baldwin a +3 on the glass right now, 14-11 edge for the Bulldogs in the rebounding department. Neither team has many assists, and a lot of that comes with both. It's been a lot of just kind of one dribble pull-up threes, and both teams still trying to get a feel there offensively, but just 3 assists for Baldwin, 2 assists only for Burlington. The Bulldogs certainly have knocked down their threes, those 7 of them for the Dogs, just 3 for Burlington. The free throw line, not really been great for either side. Baldwin 3 of 6, but Burlington even worse, 1 of 6 in the first half at the free throw line. Burlington, I think I might have said Baldwin 1 of 6. Baldwin 3 of 6, Burlington 1 of 6. Whatever I did say, that's what it should.
Either way, it's bad.
Anyway, 6 turnovers for Burlington, 10 turnovers for Baldwin. They had 5 in the first quarter, 5 in the second quarter. So that's a number we'd like to see go down. Fouls, another thing. Baldwin has 3 of their starters with 2 fouls, and not just 3 of their starters, but arguably their 3 most important starters with Carr, Mahaffey, and Darnell. You're talking about, actually, and Prather's got 2 as well, so 4 of their 5 starters have 2, and not to leave Prather out of that. He's 2.3 rebound first half, but, Darnell, your best rebounder. Carr and Mahaffey, your best 2 scorers, natural scorers, so 2 fouls each for all 4 of those guys to start the second half. Certainly need to play the first, I would say, 4 minutes of the third quarter clean. If you get late in the third quarter and you happen to pick up a third, that's not a big deal. But you don't want to come out and pick up a third right away to start the second half.
Yeah, it definitely makes the coach nervous, though, when you're going out to start the second half and pretty much all your best players have 2-3 fouls. And so, yeah, that's not the way you want to be going into the second half. But I think you got confidence in all those guys you just mentioned to play smart and play hard without fouling.
Not really much foul trouble for Burlington. They only had 5 team fouls total in the first half, so it's hard to get too many people into foul trouble when you only commit 5 total fouls. 2 of them were committed by Max Kuhlman, one of their starters, who has 2. Nobody else with more than 1. Some of the individual numbers for you. Sam Smith leads the scoring for Burlington. He has 9, all in the second quarter. Ty Anderson with 8. Evan Combs with 2. Cody Long with 2. And Trenton Davison also with 2. Sage Pfeiffer with 1 point in the first half. Leading rebounder for Burlington was Cody Long with 3. A couple of boards each for Davison, Pfeiffer, and Anderson for Burlington. For Baldwin, leading scorer in the first half was a combination of Englert and Carr. They each had 6. Both of them knocked down a pair of threes. And the rest of the scoring numbers for the Bulldogs, Joey Zembecki with 3 points, Riker Grossner with 4, Cole Mahaffey with 4, Sam Darnell with 2, and Devin Prather with 3. Leading rebounder was Sam Darnell. He had 5 first-half boards for the Bulldogs, 3 boards apiece from Cole Mahaffey and Riker Grossner. And it was Caleb Carr with a pair of first-half assists to lead in that department for the Bulldogs. So a 28-26 lead here at the break, and Baldwin will look to keep it going now into the second half as they are looking to get to a 2-1 start for a team that won just 2 games all of last year in 21 tries. They finished 2-19. But after a comeback win earlier this week on Tuesday night, now they lead by 2 over the 0-2 Burlington Wildcats, who are in unfamiliar territory. It has been since the 2008-2009 season, 13 years ago, the last time Burlington started a year 0-2, and you got to go even further than I could even go back in the records to see when they started 0-3 last. So really unfamiliar territory for a traditionally pretty good basketball program. They have won 15-plus games each of the last 5 seasons. And again, no fear if you're a Burlington fan. They have been close losses, and the last time they started 0-2, they ended up going 17-5 that year. So they still had a fine season. And this is still a good Burlington team that has just been kind of snake-bitten with some bad luck. A 4-point loss and a 1-point loss to start their year, and maybe some thoughts of deja vu with some of these fans now, because this has the feel of another game that's going to come right down to the wire. So we'll see if the team that's had a couple not go their way close, or the team that's coming off of a close game that did go their way in Baldwin, if it goes their way again. Time will tell. We've got 2 quarters to decide it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be experience again, like I talked about in the first half. But Burlington's a really experienced team. Baldwin, not as much, but it's that these guys that have been in close games before. Those are the guys that you want out on the floor, that they know what they're doing. They've felt the pressure before. They felt the crowd kind of getting antsy. So those are the guys you want in it, and hopefully Baldwin will have another shooting half like that in the first half. That'll help. I mean, usually if you shoot the ball well, it covers up a lot of other mistakes. So
it's a 2-point lead at the break. You've been watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show, brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, your local Farm Bureau financial agent in Baldwin City, there to help you protect what matters most. That's Farm Bureau Financial Services. Call 785-594-1055 and set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld and his team so they can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. Farm Bureau Financial Services, it's your future. Let's protect it. Second half comes your way next here on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages, from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
28-26, Baldwin leads Burlington as we head to the second half tonight. Burlington will send their starting 5 back out onto the floor. Ty Anderson, Hayden Sides, Max Coleman, Sam Smith, and Jamie Wagner. And for the Baldwin Bulldogs, who lead for the first time this year at the half, they will also start the second half with the same 5 that started the game. Joey Zimbecki, Caleb Carr, Cole Mahaffey, Sam Darnell, and Devin Prather. And again, all of those guys other than Zembecki have 2 fouls. Carr, Mahaffey, Darnell, and Prather with 2 fouls apiece for the Bulldogs starting 5. Bryce Kessler, Ryan Hilmer with you from Burlington High School tonight. One half of the books that had 2 ties, 6 lead changes, and we expect another tightly contested second half of basketball as well. Here we go, Burlington with the first possession. They were down 28-20 late in that first half. So they're carrying over a 6-0 run that ended the first half here into the second half. Smith had all 9 of his first half points in the second quarter. Gives it up to Sides, now back to Smith. Jump stop into the paint, and the floater goes.
Good defense, though, from the Bulldogs. That possession, moving their feet really well. Just a tough shot from Smith. Sometimes you got to tip your hat.
So after an 8-0 run by Baldwin, or rather it was a 12-0 run by Baldwin to take an 8-point lead, it's now an 8-0 run to answer back for Burlington to tie this game at 28-all. Mahaffey on the drive. Good job avoiding the defender and a foul on the block. And once again, Mahaffey able to get to the side, and then Wagner went down. I think if Wagner stays on his feet, that's probably a no call and they just play on. But he tried to sell it as a charge and instead gets hit with a blocking foul, and so a 3-point chance for Mahaffey.
Yeah, either way, really good job on Mahaffey attacking the basket and getting in there. That's what I was talking about at halftime. Got to get a little bit more of that. Defense start to collapse down on you, and then you can kick it out for some of those open threes.
It's just the 3rd made basket from inside the 3-point arc tonight for Baldwin. And the Bulldogs are back up by 3. It'll stay there for a moment. Then 2 Dogs collided trying to get the rebound. They come up with it anyway, though. A break there for Baldwin. And the Bulldogs ended that 8-0 run by Burlington to re-grab the lead at 31-28 with 6:44 left to play in this third quarter. And now Carr trying to double up that lead. Missed it left iron. Wagner the rebound for Burlington. Smith dumps it off to Kuhlman, who can't finish. Oh, are they going to call Darnell for a travel here? I'm not so sure Darnell ever really had possession, but
yeah, it's a tough call. Either way, good effort from Darnell on the glass still even. I mean, he's probably definitely the best rebounder the Bulldogs got. It's got to be a team effort, though, like I've said before.
Off the inbound play, Seth Smith adds to his number tonight.
That's tough.
And a turnover gives it right back.
Yeah, Carr knows it. That's just something that's not going to happen too often, I would say. Just kind of dribbled it off his knee there. Looked like he kind of just never had control of it.
31-30, Baldwin still up by 1. Smith make that Kuhlman right over the corner.
Say you let him shoot threes, I'd say.
Mahaffey going coast to coast with it, and the finish by Cole Mahaffey. 33-30 Baldwin. Poked free, but able to gather it back. Anderson collected and scored, 33-32.
Once again, this press break giving them some troubles, though. They might have to take a timeout.
Carr tripped on the sideline by Anderson, his second.
Yeah, one thing you can't do on a man-to-man full-court press is just run directly towards the inbounder. It doesn't do them a lot of good. You're going to need to set some screens, get some movement. There you go.
So Zembecki will bring it up now with Baldwin on top by a point. Mahaffey again trying to take his defender off the drive. Smith ends up with it for Burlington. Carr picks up a 3rd foul, and Max Kuhlman will have a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, I think you have to take Carr out for at least a few minutes here. It's going to be when you can get him back in the game, but got to give Burlington a lot of credit. They're really moving the ball around offensively and working hard.
The Carr does exit the lineup. Riker Grossner comes in for him with 5:29 to go in the third quarter. Kuhlman unable to make it a 3-point play. Darnell the rebound.
So many missed free throws from Burlington. It's really allowed the Bulldogs to maintain the lead most of the game.
It's 1 of 7 at the line for the Wildcats tonight. They are back in front by a point, though, on our 7th lead change of this game. Mahaffey gets it inside to Prather. Can't finish over top of Anderson. Long outlet up the sides. And Sides drills a 3, his first basket of the game. 37-33, Burlington. Grossner triple team. Somebody's open, it's Mahaffey in the corner. Fade away from the elbow.
I like the aggressiveness from Mahaffey early, but could have probably gotten a better shot that possession, work it around a little more. Got to continue to move your feet defensively, though, if you're the Bulldogs.
3 of the 5 on the floor with 2 fouls. Carr, a 3rd foul, put him on the bench for the Bulldogs right now. Well, Darnell was tempting Kuhlman to take it. He does, and left it short. Zembecki out to Darnell, gets fouled, knocked to the floor as he flipped it up behind his head and earns a trip to the free throw line for 2 shots. That is 3 on Max Kuhlman.
Close games is going to probably come down to free throw shooting, and Burlington's really opened the door for Baldwin. If Baldwin can make their free throws, it might make a world of difference.
Darnell at the line here. Made a big free throw to convert a 3-point play to put Baldwin in front as part of their 16-0 run to close out Anderson County and a comeback victory on Tuesday night.
So here comes Carr back in the game already. Only sat for a couple minutes. Got to play smart.
Two for 2 for Darnell. The Bulldogs are 6 out of 9 at the line. And it's a 2-point game with under 4 to go in the 3rd quarter. Smith the rebound on the missed 3 by Anderson.
It's another opportunity there. You miss, defense doesn't end until you get the rebound.
Anderson relocates, tries to check that, they got Sides that time of the attempt. Last touch by Darnell. It remains with Burlington. Into Wagner, gets it back to Kuhlman.
Nice pass.
39-35 Burlington. Carr brings it up. Caleb just 6 points in this game tonight. He's had 2 huge games offensively with 32 and 21 to start the year for the Bulldogs. Darnell lost it. Smith capitalizes for his 15th point of the night, and it's a 6-point lead for Burlington.
Yeah, I think right now if you're Caleb Carr, you got to really get the ball in your hands and try to make something happen. If you're either Mahaffey too. There you go.
That is Mahaffey who drives it in and lays it in. So the 6-point lead, which was the largest of the game for Burlington, down to 4 with 2:41 left to play in the 3rd quarter. And it's a timeout taken by the Baldwin Bulldogs. We're back in a moment. You're watching Baldwin High School basketball on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages, from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
41-37 Burlington with 2:41 to play in the 3rd quarter. 3 ties and 7 lead changes in our ball game tonight. Burlington currently up by 4 after trailing by 2 at the end of the first half. Burlington basketball. Trenton Davison has come in. The Burlington made a few changes there. Sage Pfeiffer in there as well. Cody Long has come off the bench to join this group. Sam Smith on the bench right now. And Davison's runner won't go. Long rebound. Mahaffey able to track it down. Here come the Bulldogs. Left it short, and Anderson rebounds it for Burlington. Tough turnaround follow away by Pfeiffer. Rebounded by Carr. I think if you're the Bulldogs, you have to like the lineup you have compared to what's on the floor right now for Burlington. Maybe a chance here they need to make the run. A lot of reserves on the floor right now for Burlington. They have just the 2 starters out there. Baldwin with 4 there, 5 starters on the floor. Mahaffey from the corner for 3. It's short. And Kuhlman the rebound. Carr out there into the passing lane with the steal. Mahaffey has Grossner ahead of him. Gives it up for the layup.
Great play defensively by Carr. He's done that 2 or 3 times tonight. Just getting a deflection, getting his hands on it.
Carr's playing with 3 fouls, but able to make the play defensively to set up the 2 points to cut the deficit to 2 points. Davison. Tough floating shot away from the basket, but then Mahaffey's outlet is stolen by Cody Long. Blocked right back by Mahaffey. Carr, drive and kick. Grossner from the corner for the lead. You betcha! 42-41. Baldwin back in front.
Big exchange there. Mahaffey with a huge defensive play, and then it leads to a 3 on the other end.
Foul against the Bulldogs, and that is on Riker Grossner. It's his second. Second team foul as Devin Prather returns for Baldwin, replacing Mahaffey. Evan Combs checks in along with Sam Smith for Burlington. Hayden Sides also comes back on, and Jamie Wagner. So now the whole starting 5 minus Kuhlman, who is replaced by Combs, back out there for Burlington. 39 seconds to go in the third quarter. Baldwin back on top by 1. Anderson from the short corner, can't finish it. And it's Prather who has the rebound, but then nearly threw it away on the outlet. Instead, Sam Smith ends up being called for the foul. Carr was able to get his hands and possess the ball and draw the foul on Smith. It's his first and the team's 4th.
Yeah, I always say defense doesn't end until you get the rebound. You might have to add till you get a good outlet pass to that. There have been a couple times where we're just blindly kind of throwing it to the other team.
Through the hands of Prather, and another ball, but turnover with a chance to get it back. Nope, it's Baldwin or Burlington with numbers. Smith around, Darnell to lay it in. Back to a 1-point lead for Burlington here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Carr turns it over, back to Smith, who has a run out with 2 seconds. Knocked away, and the quarter ends. No basket. The quarter comes to an end with Burlington leading Baldwin 43-42 as we go to the 4th here on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
43-42, Burlington on top by 1 as we start the fourth quarter. Bryce Kessler and Ryan Hilmer here at Burlington High School on this tremendous basketball night. We had a great girls game earlier. Unfortunately, it ended in a 4-point Baldwin loss, and this boys game has been right there on par as far as competitiveness in this one. That is a push called on Cody Long as Prather was trying to save that ball. Long was trying to guide him out of bounds, and he gets caught for his second foul, the 15th foul on Burlington with 7:40 to go.
I said team foul starting to pile up for the Wildcats, 5-2 now.
Darnell will inbound. The Bulldogs and the Wildcats have had the lead change hands 9 times in this game. Baldwin has led by as many as 8. Burlington's largest lead has been 6. Carr, as the defender sagged off of him, fired up a 3, and Evan Combs.
Oh, no.
Had it. Now Carr again doesn't get it.
Seeing that now from both teams, just blindly throwing outlet passes.
Smith attacks, gives it to Combs, rejected by Darnell. Grosner tries to save it after it looked like it went off Combs' head, but ultimately Burlington comes back with a basketball.
Great effort from both teams, jumping all over the floor. Helter-skelter possession.
No kidding. And now Burlington able to kind of settle the possession back in. Carr defending on Long, playing with 3 fouls. Now you're into the fourth quarter, but aggressive defender, doesn't want to foul there. Long gets rid of it, out to sides. Smith from the elbow, rattles out, Prather the rebound.
It's interesting, both teams kind of slowing the pace down as the game's worn on. Kind of started out pretty fast-paced back and forth, and now
each possession becoming that much more important in a close game here in the fourth quarter. A foul called on Hayden Sides. That is his first, but the 6th team foul. So the Bulldogs, after they inbounded here, will be in the bonus the rest of the way as Cole Mahaffey comes back on for Baldwin, replacing Prather. Kuhlman and Anderson return, replacing Combs and Wagner for Burlington.
Yeah, I think getting all these fouls is just a direct correlation of being more aggressive, attacking the basket. That's what we talk about. There's good things that can happen when you're aggressive.
Mahaffey to inbound, gets it into Zimbecki. And Joey Zimbecki able to flip it over the defender and through. And now Baldwin back in front on our 10th lead change of the ball game to make it 44-43 Bulldogs. Smith on the baseline, can't hit. And there's that man, Sam Darnell, 8 rebounds tonight for the Bulldogs. Their top rebounder in this one after he pulled down 11 caroms in the game against Anderson County, the win on Tuesday night. Baldwin by 1. Can they add to it? Inside Darnell.
Nice catch.
Backing in on the defender. Kicks it back out to Mahaffey. Splits defenders, and there's a foul on the floor. The basket won't count, but Mahaffey will head to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. It's Cody Long's 3rd personal and the 7th team foul.
I thought that's
6th?
one.
Okay. I had him.
I got him at 7, but I think that might, be a mistake.
Huh.
The last 2 fouls came from Burlington on this end, I thought, but
Carr gets 2 anyway. So 46-43 Baldwin. Well, now Baldwin will be in the bonus the rest of the way.
We promise.
Left short by Long, and Darnell with another board.
Burlington missing a lot of bunnies here in the fourth quarter.
It has allowed Baldwin to retake the lead at 46-43. Caleb Carr, 8-point night, but he has 3 dimes. Orchestrating the offense as the Bulldog point guard. That becomes so important here in these final minutes of a close ball game. Somebody that you can put the ball in their hands and trust they're going to take care of it. Carr stripped to the way up, but Darnell has it come right to him. Out to Mahaffey. Man, that would have been a big 3 if Mahaffey was able to drain it. Instead, It's an empty trip for the Bulldogs, and back comes Burlington down by 3 with a little more than 4 minutes to play. Smith has been their guy for Burlington. He's got it here with 17 of the night. Runs into Carr. Offensive foul. Send it the other way.
It's a gutsy play from Carr. Already on 3 fouls. Take that charge. Risk a 4th. It's a big play.
Pays off big time. 17th foul. And the Bulldogs will get it back up by 3 with 4:03 left to play. Prather back in for the Bulldogs. And Davison returns to the lineup for Burlington along with Kuhlman. And a 17th turnover of the night for Baldwin.
I just think they're going to have to get in practice, put in a different press break, honestly.
Yeah, you talked about it
all game.
Talked about it multiple times tonight. That man-to-man full court pressure without setting the screen or anything to open up a guy to get the ball inbounded. And every time they have them brought a guy down to set the screen, it's easy inbound.
Wow, nice pass.
Burlington, a late foul comes in on the what appeared to be a block shot by Mahaffey, but he got some of the hand, the official rules, as the 3rd foul on Mahaffey, and it will put Max Kuhlman at the free throw line where he's 0 for 3 in this game.
I think it might have been the left hand of Mahaffey kind of got him with the body a little bit. Yeah, motion he's doing there to the ref. Got him with the elbow in the chest a little bit. Good block up top, though.
It's funny. It's Darnell who went over to the ref to talk about it, and then he's relaying it down to Mahaffey. A lot of times it's the player that commits the foul you see going. But Darnell out there making sure that Mahaffey knows what he did wrong.
Yeah.
I like it. Another missed free throw, though, as well. Now 1 of 8 at the line in this game for Burlington. Kuhlman, for his part, now 0 for 4.
Yeah, so many missed free throws for Burlington, though.
And another one.
Another one. I'll drive Coach nuts.
No question. 1 for 9 at the free throw line.
Nice crossover.
Carr able to handle it in the corner. Bulldogs in no hurry now, up with 3.5 minutes to go, but still want to make sure they have enough rhythm in the offense to get a good look.
Don't really want Carr to just dribble it around, though. That's happening.
And it cost him a 3-second violation. There you go.
Got to kind of get some offensive movement, some motion offense running to at least make it look like you're trying to score. Keep the defense on its toes.
Well, the 18th turnover of the game for Baldwin. That's a season high through just 3 games so far, but it's twice as many turnovers as they had in their last game out with just 9. Floated in by Sides, and it's a 1-point game. 3 minutes to play. Again, making it harder than it needs to be, and now Carr runs into Davison at midcourt. Davison is called for the blocking foul, so it will put Caleb Carr at the free throw line. A chance to extend a 1-point lead here. Carr has been a solid free throw shooter this year, 81%, 13 out of 16 at the line.
With the Wildcats, just a lot of silly fouls, letting Baldwin go to the line now the rest of the game, every single foul. There's no need to really try to take a charge at midcourt there.
Joins Becky in for Riker Grossner for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Here's Carr at the free throw line, a 1-and-1.
No matter what, we're going to have a good finish to this one, though.
Baldwin right now has gained a +6 scoring advantage at the free throw line, despite only attempting 2 more free throws. And now add another one to that number as Carr knocks down both of his free throws. He is into double figures with a 3rd straight ball game to start this season, and it's 48-45 Baldwin. Tough shot for Smith against defenders, but he's able to hit, and he has 19 now.
It's getting down to winning time now, 2.5 minutes to go, 1-point game.
And again, we go back to Tuesday night, the way that the Bulldogs were able to execute in the closing minutes, coming back from behind to win that ball game has to give them some confidence here in these final minutes of this one tonight, knowing that they just executed in the same situation 3 nights ago. Now a timeout taken by the Bulldogs, so we'll take a quick break with them at 48-47. Baldwin by 1, 2:27 to go here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Setting up for another excellent finish here tonight in Burlington. 48-47. The Baldwin Bulldogs with a 1-point lead on the road here in Burlington tonight. 3 ties, 10 lead changes in this contest. And Baldwin has the ball up by 1.
Crowd's starting to get into it now. This is going to be the best players got to make some plays now on each team. This is where games are won and lost, obviously.
Carr to inbound. Into Darnell, right back to Carr. He's the best ball handler for the Bulldogs, the guy they want orchestrating the offense here in these final minutes.
But again, I'd like to see a little more movement, get some cuts, get some ball movement.
Carr attacks downhill, kicks out to Zembecki. Tough shot on the elbow.
For a rebound.
Devin Prather with a huge offensive rebound for Baldwin.
It's really been the deciding factor is getting offensive rebounds on this end.
Carr slides to the left, fires for 3, won't go, and now a foul on Prather. Oh, wait, no. Okay, yeah. I thought I saw at the end, I saw the ref, he was just pointing where the inbound was going to be, but I saw him point all of a sudden, I was like, wait. But it is on Prather, that's his 3rd. 15 foul charged to Baldwin. And with 1:48 to go, Burlington has it, down 1. Stripped by Caleb Carr. A breakaway chance for the junior point guard. Layup missed, but a foul on Ty Anderson will put Carr at the free throw line for 2 shots.
Another gutsy defensive play from Caleb Carr. Would have been nice if he converted that layup, but a lot of contact there. I mean, what a play, though. Jumping the passing lane. He's done that 3 or 4 times tonight, getting big steals and runouts.
So a couple of big free throws coming up here for Caleb Carr and the Baldwin Bulldogs to try to extend this back to a 3-point lead, and the first is good.
It's always a sign of a good player when you can knock down free throws late in a close game. Some guys, it's make them a little too nervous, but not Carr. Watch me jinx him.
No such thing.
Unjinxable.
No such thing. A dozen for Carr, and it's back to a 3-point Baldwin lead at 50-47 with 90 seconds to play. And now it is a timeout taken by Burlington. That leaves the Wildcats with 2 timeouts. Baldwin also has 2 timeouts remaining with 1:27 seconds left to play in this game. We've talked about some of the differences throughout tonight. One of those certainly has been the free throw line. Baldwin now 10 of 14. Burlington 1 out of 9 at the free throw line. That has been a big advantage for the Bulldogs. And now they've just got to try to close this one out of the final 87 ticks of the clock with a 3-point lead. But it is far from over. You get the feeling like Burlington's going to make Baldwin have to earn this one still at least another couple of times.
Exactly. You got to keep in mind you still have a foul to give if you're the Bulldogs. So you can still be aggressive and not put them on the line for a 1-on-1. Still got to be aggressive, though. Move your feet. Don't commit any silly fouls. If you're going to foul, it's got to be preventing a basket, last-ditch effort kind of thing. But you just got to move your feet, play good defense.
Rice Precision Manufacturing, a family-owned company in Baldwin City and Houston, Texas. They're a fast-growing company that services many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many, many more. They have state-of-the-art machine tools and a great work environment with excellent pay and competitive benefits. They're always looking to add great members to their team, so inquire with an email to jobs@riceprecision.com. Baldwin up by 3 with 1:27 to play. Burlington to inbound. Toss it into Ty Anderson. Their guy tonight has been Sam Smith. He has 19. He now has the ball out of the left wing. Gives it up to Anderson, who splashes home a three. And we are tied at 50 with 1:10 to play.
I mean, you can hold this for the last shot if you want. It's a long time, minute to hold the ball, but
not going to hold. They're going to fire for three. It's Prather with a rebound and a foul on Kuhlman. That will put Prather at the line for 2 shots.
Well, Prather and Mahaffey on the offensive glass has been one of the reasons that Baldwin's even in this game. I mean, they get a lot of second chances.
15 rebounds combined between those two. And a number of those 15 have been, as Ryan mentioned, on the offensive glass. But here is Prather at the free throw line. 1 of 2 on the year at the line. And a tie ball game late, and the first free throw misses.
Even on a miss, you got to be ready to rebound. Got 2 of the better rebounds in there. Rebounders.
Never drew iron. They should have.
Yeah, should have blew
it dead. Neither here nor there as Burlington came away with the ball anyway. But here we go. 46 seconds of the counting. Tie game. Smith inside, dumps it to Kuhlman. Back out to sides. Nobody's guarding him, so he fires and missed it. Prather with another rebound for the Bulldogs.
Now hold for the last shot.
Absolutely. And they have 2 timeouts, so we'll see if Don Blanchett wants to use a timeout when this clock gets a little lower to try to set something up, or just let his guys play it out. Crowd comes to their feet here with 23 seconds to go. Game tied at 50.
It's going to be it. They're probably going to get a high pick and roll here.
10 seconds. Carr with the ball. And now Don Blanchett uses the timeout with 6.8 seconds to go.
This is where you want to be, though, either overtime or win. Can't lose it unless something catastrophic happens here. You don't want to turn it over, obviously.
Bulldogs use their second to last timeout. So the good news here, if you're Baldwin, is you do still have 1 timeout. So if you are in any type of a trouble here trying to inbound this ball, you got to know that you have that timeout and you can use it. Obviously, the coaches are going to know that, but sometimes it's easier for those players to get that timeout called in that situation. So whoever the inbounder is has to understand they can take a timeout here if they need to.
Right. Yeah, I mean, 6.8 seconds is more time than you think. So it's not just a catch and shoot it kind of a thing. You got to probably take a dribble and try to get maybe a screen of Carr coming off, and then maybe spot up Mahaffey or somebody. But we'll see where they go. It's going to be interesting who's going to take this shot.
Well, Carr, you have to think Carr's going to have the ball in his hands because he's the guy who is certainly the best ball handler. Mahaffey's been pretty good at driving, getting inside, but I think you want Carr to probably handle it.
Yeah.
Get some shooters spotted up at the corner. Get Darnell maybe with a high pick and roll with Carr to set that opportunity up here. And again, the other thing that Baldwin has going for him is they still have a foul to give, so they can be aggressive on an offensive rebound and don't have the threat of if you foul, you put Burlington to the line. They can be aggressive for an offensive board.
If I had to guess, they're going to run pick and roll with Carr and Mahaffey and get Mahaffey rolling to the rim, try to get a tip in maybe. Grossner will be spotting up.
Grossner inbounds to the high elbow to Darnell. Down to 5 seconds. Darnell puts it up and scores. 2 seconds left. Smith from 3/4 court. Ball game. Sam Darnell plays the hero for Baldwin as they win it on the road, 52-50, and the Bulldogs are 2-1.
Man, what a win, what a gutsy performance. And of all people, it's been the man who's done the dirty work tonight, Sam Darnell. What a game, though.
52-50 your final. Sam Darnell with the game winner as the Baldwin Bulldogs. How about that? We were talking about, okay, do this, do that.
Yeah.
And the 2 guys you expect most, Carr and Mahaffey, neither of them even touched the ball in there.
I thought when they sent it into him right around that elbow area, they thought maybe they're going to get a cutter off of that or something.
I think that's what they wanted, but it worked.
Took matters into his own hands.
How about that? Sam Darnell, good on you, young man. 52-50 on the Darnell winner. The Bulldogs 2-1 as they take down the Burlington Wildcats on the road tonight. We're back to wrap it all up for you on the post-game show. Coming up right after this on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family. Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Welcome back inside a clearing out Burlington High School tonight, where you see the final. Baldwin 52-50 over Burlington, and the Bulldogs have matched their 21-game win total last year in just 3 games this year. After going 2-19 a season ago, Baldwin now 2-1 to start the new year after a big-time comeback win over Anderson County on Tuesday night, and then they double up on victories with a 52-50 win tonight on the road over Burlington, dropping the Wildcats to 0-3 with just talk about a heartbreaking start to a season. Burlington is 0-3 with 3 losses by a combined 7 points. They have lost by 4, 1, and 2.
Almost unheard of. That's insane.
But, man, Baldwin comes to play late, and Sam Darnell with the game winner. He had just 6 points in this game, pulled down 10 rebounds as well for the Bulldogs, and his 6th point was, pretty big one.
Yeah, I mean, what a performance from him, not only on the offensive end, but defensively as well. I mean, on the glass, he just did it all. He does all the dirty work. I love those guys. I mean, 6 points. You see that in the box score the next day. It's like, you had an okay game, but man, he had a great game. A lot of Bulldogs had really good games, and for Burlington, I mean, honestly, they blew a lot of opportunities, and they're going to feel like, from their point of view, probably gave this game away. Yeah,
they were 1 for 9 at the free throw line and missed a lot of close attempts there in that fourth quarter, but Baldwin continued to keep the pressure on. They executed down the stretch, and we talked about turnovers. At first half, they had 10 turnovers. They end up with 8 in the second half, but only 2 in the fourth quarter. When they needed to take care of the basketball, they got the ball in the hands of their point guard, Caleb Carr, who took care of the basketball. Only 2 fourth-quarter turnovers. They were able to make enough free throws. They left some points out there. They were 10 of 14 before a couple of misses there late, but end up 10 of 16, but still a +9 at the free throw line tonight. And they stopped fouling in that second half, too, which is a big thing. Yes, Burlington wasn't making free throws, but, I'd say eventually Burlington, enough attempts would have started making some. So Baldwin did a good job with some foul trouble, not fouling then in that second half, and really executed well down the stretch to pick up a big road victory tonight.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how the second half goes if, Mahaffey or Carr picks up an early foul in the second half, and then they got to sit, and that changes the whole complexion of the second half. So it's a really good job playing smart, not fouling, moving your feet, but overall just really good team win. This is one of those on the bus home that everybody's happy.
That's going to be a fun one.
Yeah,
they're going to enjoy that ride home. They're going to enjoy the fact that they're sitting at 2-1 right now with 2 home games to go against Lewisburg and Spring Hill before the Christmas break. And good for them, man. That's a group that deserved it. They put in a lot of hard work, a lot of tough years they've had leading up to this, and that work starting to pay off now with a couple of nice victories their last 2 times out. First time they've won back-to-back games since January of 2018 for the Baldwin Bulldogs as they are now 2-1 with the victory. For the Burlington Wildcats, Sam Smith led the way tonight with 19 points. Ty Anderson added 13, two guys in double figures for them. Smith with 4 boards, 4 assists to go along with his numbers, so pretty good night there for senior Sam Smith. But for the Bulldogs, they end up tonight with 12 points from Caleb Carr, their leading scorer, very quiet 12 points. He also dished out 3 assists, but he knocked out some big free throws, 4 of 4 at the free throw line in that fourth quarter to help close out that victory for Baldwin. Cole Mahaffey also into double figures tonight with 11 points, third straight game in double figures to start the year for both those guys. Mahaffey added 5 rebounds as well. Sam Darnell, 6 points, 10 boards, second straight game with double-digit rebounds for Darnell. Devin Prather just 3 points, but a big 7-rebound night, including 5 fourth-quarter rebounds from Devin Prather, so he was grabbing boards in the clutch when they needed him most. Joey Zemecki, 5 points tonight. Riker Grossner in his first action of the year, 9 points and 3 boards for the sophomore who missed the first couple of games with an injury. And Caden Englert, how about that? Comes in, didn't play, but maybe 2 minutes total tonight? Didn't play at all in the second half. He came in there and maybe played the 2-3 minutes of the first half and buried a couple of threes in a nice 12-0 run that the Bulldogs had. So some points off of the bench there from Englert as well as the Bulldogs win this one tonight on a game winner by Sam Darnell with just 2 seconds to spare, 52-50. Earlier tonight, it was the Baldwin girls losing 49-45. They played well, but just unfortunately couldn't overcome the good shooting night as well by Burlington. Both teams shot the ball well in that game. Burlington edged them 49-45. So the Baldwin girls now 1-2. The Baldwin boys with this victory now 2-1. And they'll both be back in action next week, Tuesday night, hosting Lewisburg, and then Friday night hosting Spring Hill. We'll have both games for you live right here on Baldwin Sports Live. Tomorrow, girls wrestling dual tournament at Baldwin. That is live here on Baldwin Sports Live. 10 a.m. is when it starts. Matt Jones will have the call, so tune in for some girls wrestling tomorrow right here on Baldwin Sports Live. Again, the action starts at 10 a.m. right here on Baldwin Sports Live, live from Baldwin High School. All right, that's going to do it. Ryan Hilmer, I'm Bryce Kessler. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. It was 2 really good ball games tonight and capped off with a game winner for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Girls fall 49-45. Guys win it tonight 52-50. We'll see you for more hoops action next Tuesday night back home and for wrestling tomorrow right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
You've been watching the Baldwin Bulldogs on Baldwin Sports Live. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, Family Medicine of Baldwin City, Morning Star Care Homes, Trindle Lumber Company, State Farm Agent Cody Anno, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, Elite Chiropractic, the Lumberyard Arts Center, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. Visit BaldwinSportsLive.com for the schedule of upcoming broadcasts on your home for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports